during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on GhanaTalks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
GhanaTalks Radio, number 1.
This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
GhanaTalks Radio, number 1.
This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Good morning to you, everyone. It's a beautiful brand new day, and you are welcome to the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show right here on GhanaTalks Radio. I am your host, Ruth Esenam Fiagbedu, and I'm bringing you the news headline review right here on the show. On the news headline review, we dive into topical issues, national issues, social issues, and any issues of concern to you. Joining me right here this morning in the studios is Ms. Debbie Adoso and Ms. Regina Bless, who will be sharing with us their thoughts and opinions on issues that matter to you every morning right here on the show. Good morning to you, Ms. Debbie.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
The grace is sufficient.
We thank God. Miss Regina.
Yeah.
F1.
Okay.
Edolenya.
Yeah.
Edunwa.
No.
Okay. Breakfast will come very soon. You're all looking very pretty, energetic this morning. Right. Let's dive into the issues. But before we do that, there's been an arrest of 17 drivers for charging more than the price they are supposed to, take. Is this the right way to go about this issue? Miss Regina, do you think that's the right way to go about this issue? Don't you think it's going to escalate things rather?
Nah.
Right.
I don't think it's going to escalate this issue because I quite remember, I don't know if you remember, we went for an event at the Ministry of Transport. I think, was it 2024? Yeah, no. 2024, 2025. It was about this transportation sense and the PRO for the GPRTU.
Mr. Moro.
He said that we need to make sure that we report these people to the right officials, and that are the Ghana Police Service or any police officer you see on the road. You can report. So this is the right step in the right direction. Most people would think that, oh, this is just a little issue, we need to solve it amicably and all that. But if we do not use some people as scapegoats, trust me, it will be a persistent issue day in and day out. We wouldn't be able to solve it, and it will even give them the leverage. It will even give them the leverage to extort more from us, because sometimes you've already budgeted your money, and you go this especially the mates, because I said their mates in Becca and fine now drive and Becca some Mr. made them to wheel and
that is so annoying.
Exactly. It's very annoying. So I'm very happy that they've arrested these people. It should serve as a deterrent to other drivers and also other mates. If Ablekuma now come to Ablekuma straight, don't alight us at other call. Now it's Ablekuma just for double face, and it's wrong.
I think that one should
because you know that what you are doing is wrong.
It's wrong.
But because of the issue of transport, so these people use that as a leverage to extort from us. So you know deep down that it's wrong. I thought that I say na made them mean to I say they see nipa fufu beba and so nipa fufu beba. So it's right. It wouldn't escalate anything. It's right.
It should move to the other localities. Not just Ablekuma.
Exactly.
They should go to La Paz. They should go to Circle or Doko. It's very, very annoying.
I think a video came out that was last week in Kumasi where
The tax force.
they were beating their mates.
And it serves them right. If you not listen with mouth, and they'll take action.
Oh.
If persuasion fails, force must be applied. Right, Miss Debbie. Have you experienced that before? Has any of you experienced that before?
The double fare.
The double fare.
Share. Day in and day out. Massa. Mr. Debbie. Last time you called them, Mr. them men for. But yes, share.
Yeah.
Because I'm yet to buy my vehicle.
You know, if it was main pay, I'll walk from the station to Banyard. Oh, the station to Banyard is just like from here to the roadside.
We're tired though.
I know, right?
Now you guys walk from Bayern to the office.
It's quite unfortunate, but it has happened. The day we went to cover the Mohammed's disabilities, free tertiary education for disabled people.
Yeah.
You know that the when we come, it was very late. When we go to La Paz, Kaswa, from La Paz to Kaswa, 15 cedis. I was light at Makati, but then I paid 15 cedis. Whether you are light, yes.
At Makati?
Yes.
But on a normal day, how much are you supposed to pay?
On a normal day, you can pay like 6 cedis.
Hey.
Yes, on a normal day, 6 cedis. From La Paz to Makati to La Paz is 6 cedis. But when during peak hours, they take 15 cedis. Whether you are light at Malam Junction, you are light at Weja, you won't get to Kaswa, you will pay 15 cedis. It will take Kaswa straight. You know that you are paying, and you won't get vehicle. So you just have to you just have to pay because you want to get home. Sometimes people are really tired and exhausted. They want to get home and rest. So standing there is not also safe. So we have no options. So I feel like using these people, it's just like you using these drivers that are being arrested as an example to others. But how well are we going to sustain it? Is it something that we are going to do and then when we feel like things are getting better, then we stop? Because trust me, these drivers are not ready to change unless they are being pushed by a force, a very hard force. So even they know that hey, 1 week at it. But I feel like when we continue like this and ensure that these drivers are on their toes, we wouldn't be seeing this. Yes, although they are bringing in vehicles, the pressure is still there.
But would you advise any passenger to pick it like that if they have the means? Or you pick the car?
This is not advice, or you will pick.
Because yesterday when I was coming back from school, I saw Ablekuma car pepe. I said La Paz. Odu La Paz, I'll back say we or call Ablekuma. So I pick Kaswa and I lighted at Bayern. When I go to Bayern, school children have closed. A lot of people. So I have to walk to Mangwase and I pick Ablekuma to Mangwase. When that AC did that, I paid from Jolu Junction to Bayern. Could have actually brought me to the office.
Yeah.
But because Charlie, you just have to take it like that. You don't have a choice. So you just take it like that. It's so bad. So these 17 drivers that they've arrested, it should serve as a deterrent to other drivers to change their attitude. So still, More. All right, Yankose. We can't sack foreign retailers if Ghanaians fund for them, Trade Minister. The Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ofosu Ajare, says it is difficult for government to crack down on foreign retailers because many of them operate through Ghanaian funds. The minister said claims that foreigners control a large part of Ghana's retail market are exaggerated and not supported by what is seen in the market. According to her, while some foreigners may be involved in retail trading, many hide behind Ghanaian partners. This, she explained, makes enforcement of the law very difficult. She noted that in most cases, the shops are manned by Ghanaians, and even official records at the Registrar General's Department list Ghanaian names as owners, making it hard to prove foreign control. Madam Ofosu Ajare stressed that unless Ghanaians stop allowing themselves to be used as fronts, government agencies will struggle to enforce laws that restrict foreign participation in the retail sector. She added that the responsibility does not lie with government alone, but also with local business owners who register and operate businesses on behalf of foreigners. What does the law say about foreign involvement in retailers? Does it say that they wouldn't be allowed to sell right here in the country, or it's only allowed for wholesalers? Then the Ghanaians will go and buy as retailers. Miss Regina.
Okay, so I would use the Abosokai issue for example.
Yeah.
I think when their issue came up in regards to these Nigerians they kind of saying selling in their market square, they said according to the law, the only thing these people are supposed to do are to bring in the goods to them as wholesalers, and not set up a shop there according to what they are saying. And when we talk to the I think the secretary for Abosokai spare part, she said that most of the Ghanaian people there are the ones fronting for these Nigerians. And he ono Ghanaian, no, obedi Nigerian. I thought Uncle Nigerian there, he's not supposed to do anything. Ghanaian ankasa de ne ho ne identity na enim beko akakoje shop no. Nto beko no na Nigerian ni e na ete ho. You can't do anything about it because a Ghanaian and a beje shop no. You get it?
Yeah.
But their main duty is to just supply the goods
So wholesalers
to them.
Yeah.
Not or more beton. And I feel like looking at the Abosokan issue, one reason why these people are angry when it comes to these Nigerians are because Nigerians no more turn our boarding.
Let's use foreigners. Let's use foreigners before the Nigerian people come for us.
Oh no.
No, but what she's saying is not bad.
Yes.
No.
Their things are not
They are
expensive.
Nigerians.
No, I get it, but I mean, let's cut it across.
I'm cutting it across, but I was using
You focus on
Abosokan.
Okay, right.
No, I'm not focusing on Nigeria, but the focus was on Abosokan.
Okay.
And when you go to Abosokan, it's Ghana, Niger. You get me? Okay. So when it comes to these people, their products are very cheap. And no because you move to this shop which is owned by a foreigner. This thing is sold as 10 cedis, but you move to a Ghanaian shop, it's sold like 30 cedis, 40 cedis, times 10 of what the person is selling. Why? So Ghanaians, we are the problem, not any foreigner. And I don't think a foreigner being in the country should be, you can't say, should be a threat. Should it be a threat? It's not supposed to be a threat, because when we move to other countries, we have other nationals there who are selling amicably. When you go to Nigeria, we have other Ghanaians there who are selling, but they follow the rules. So if you want to be a foreigner who owns a shop in Abosokan, I know that they said there are some rules you need to follow. So just follow that rules, so that you own a shop I learned they say you be doing some contributions, be near a hanky can you pay tax. So just follow the rules and own a shop the rightful way as a foreigner. And also to the Ghanaians, if you want our business to boom, we don't need to be fronting for these people. They need to follow the rules, because fronting for them in a way looks like an illegal thing, and in fact it's an illegal thing. So make sure that you take them through the process. Oh, omo Niger or omo Oyibo or omo Chinese, if you want to have a shop here in Abosoka, if you want to have a shop here in Ghana, you need to go through this process. Make sure you go and register your business. Make sure you go to GRA. Make sure you go here. Make sure you go here. Then you follow the rules. But Ghana for they don't think about the future, what is ahead of us. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get to a circle in conform what you have here in Nigerians,
especially the phone dealers.
Exactly. Omuna ye Ghana hire to say how the youth energy in ho. Nigerians for buy a number start a baller business.
Yeah.
And I saw a video of a young man saying, say, in a week, like 1,000 plus.
A week.
A week.
Okay.
But then imagine say imagine say months, almost millions of cities. So the petty things we don't value are the ones fetching and bringing in the money.
And they say yeah. And they say these people, even you can't even enforce the law on them, because if you go to the registrar, it is a Ghanaian name that is there. But if you go to the shop, it's a Nigerian that is operating the shop. So if you are fronting for them, why are you crying?
Yeah.
Miss Devi.
Yeah, so I feel like the problem largely, or 90%, is from us. Let's read this first. The law reserves certain sectors, including retail trading, market stall operations, beauty salon, barbering shop, and the sale of finished pharmaceutical product, exclusively for Ghanaian citizens. Foreign nationals can participate in retail trade only if they invest a minimum of 1 million in cash or relevant goods and services and employ at least 20 skilled Ghanaians, as stipulated in Section 28, Clause 4 of the Ghana Investments Promotion Center, JPEG Act 2013, Act 865. So in a way, these foreigners can as well engage themselves in retailing, but you have to invest 1 million. Let's ask ourselves
1 million Ghana cedis.
Yes, 1 million
into the business.
No, not into the business, into how will I even put it, into our sector, not you, because you are coming in here and you are coming to trade. Okay, you're not trading your country. Since you're coming to another person's country, you're supposed to invest some money, not into your business. No, that is not your business. The law states that you're supposed to invest money not in your business, but in so I say sectors that takes control over what you're coming to do. We have sectors for that. That is where you're going to. So automatically that money goes straight to the government, not to you. And then aside that, you're supposed to employ 20%, 20 people to work in there. And you see, that is why, especially, let me take the Chinese for example. When they come here and then they establish a business, go to China. Yeah, let me use Chinatown for example. It's not a Ghanaian established company. It's for the Chinese. But when you go there, it is Ghanaians that are working. So that is what the law states. So people who abide by the law, you're supposed to give the government like 1 million and then you employ 20 people. So if you see people that go straightly by law, when you go in there, you see the company is for a foreigner, but the people working there, 50% are natives of the land that you've established the business on. But the people who cut corners, they are those who make the work so difficult. They cut corners because they are avoiding to pay 1 million. Just imagine you coming to establish a business. You've not even started. You don't even know how far you are going to continue with that. And then you are going to pay like 1 million and still employ people. So you see, so most of these foreigners cut corners. They go to this middleman. This middleman rather stand in for them. And at the latter end, they keep complaining. But you stood in for these people. And sometimes you'll be surprised to see that these foreigners that are trading in here illegally, they have containers and they have papers that show that ejumaya or yeno and your no there. But if you want to go into details, they didn't go into the office themselves. They were not questioned. They didn't pass through the right channels. They got it through middlemen. And you see, the fact is that we will continue to buy from these people, or we Ghanaians will continue to engage them because their things are less expensive, and that is the fact. Yeah. And sometimes you hear Ghanaians complaining. You see, what last year when this Chinese company was in Kumasi, or more shop being a was
it the China Mall? The
China Mall. Some Ghanaians were happy. I saw a video where they were people come, and I was like, that mentality, that cottage mentality, no, it will not help us as a country. Because the same thing you are selling is the same thing the foreigners is also selling. So how come we will go and purchase from the foreigner and not purchase from you? It's because there is something wrong somewhere. And you see, earpiece was so difficult. It was so expensive to buy till we had in these Nigerians coming in selling it at a very lesser price. And now it attends to the Kobenya earpiece. Even headset, if you are holding like 50-60 cedis, only on Moka Kraubenya. Look at these Zamrama people that sells curtains, blender, and all that. When you go to a Ghanaian trader, he or she can sell that thing to you like 500. But Zamrama, no, see 200. Oh, yeah, the Sakra 50 cedis, so you are not budget. He will take it and that is it.
One thing that Ghanaians don't know is that when the price is lower, demand is high, but they don't know.
It's not. I wouldn't say they don't know. They are aware, but it's intentional.
Is it greed?
Yes, it's greed and intentional. That is what they are. That is basically what they are. Right now, when I go to Malam Junction, because Okowa, Nigeria is falling in Nigeria. Okona's Okoye Bibia. If I'm going to buy something that is pertaining my phone, I don't go to a Ghanaian. I go to Nigeria because even customer service is top notch. The way they talk to you, the person will ensure that if you are coming back, you go straight to his office. So you come straight to his office and not go to another person. Now, one Nigerian Ghanaian woman now what's on see what they are doing is very, very bad. So with what the trade minister is saying, in a way, yes, she's right.
So do you think there should be penalties for these Ghanaians who front stores for the foreigners?
Oh yes.
There are no penalties. Nippon say me business, and I'm okay. So now it's my business, and I've employed in Nigeria. Nigeria needs some snap shop, and what will you do? The American, like, do you understand it? It's a wrong thing, no. But he or she can find a very sensible explanation for you.
That's true. The laws are not working.
It's only beautiful in the papers.
Let's move on. Court congestion hindering effective justice delivery. The Chief Justice Bafo Boni, says congestion in Ghana's court remains a major obstacle to the effective delivery of justice and must be urgently addressed. He made the remarks during a courtesy call on the Minister for Finance, Dr. Keselato Forsen, as part of effort to strengthen cooperation between the judiciary and the executive. Justice Bafo Boni explained that the judiciary is working on a number of interventions aimed at reducing court congestion and improving the speed and quality of justice delivery. He also used the opportunity to thank the Ministry of Finance for its continued support to the judiciary. The Chief Justice further raised concerns about the working condition of judicial officers and staff, noting that sustained institutional support is critical to improving efficiency across the justice system. In response, Finance Minister Dr. Forsen assured the judiciary of government's commitment to addressing the challenges facing the courts. He revealed that the ministry is considering allowing the judiciary to retain and use 100% of its internally generated funds to meet urgent operational needs. The meeting was attended by Supreme Court Judge Justice Gabriel Scott, Acting Director of the Ghana School of Law, Professor Raymond Atuguba, Judicial Secretary Ahmed Musa, and the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayeni. What do you think is causing the congestion in our courts, Miss Debbie? What do you think is causing that?
Congestion in our courts.
In our courts. When it happens like that, it makes it work very inefficient for delivery, because you can attest to with that.
Yeah,
there are some cases there 4 years,
3 years,
3 years,
and still. Should I? Should I say the court is incompetent, or should I say it's because of incompetence that we see all these things, or is it because they are not doing their work well, or their office is being influenced? Because all these are contributing factors. It can either be that the court is incompetent in executing their mandate. It can be that the court is being influenced. See, we know that the court has to be an independent institution to work on its own. But in a case where the court should be a place where assemble bakra within a seconds or in a pace of a year, the case should be solved.
Even a year is too much.
A year is too much. Yeah, so maybe 6 months, it should be solved. The court should be a place where you can go home and sleep, because you know that within 3-4 months your case is solved. But that is not the case. And you asking me that what can be the factors contributing to this? It has to do with a lot. It's either the court is being influenced, and so those cases that needs to be worked on efficiently are being delayed. Because if the court is not being influenced, then why then do we see that? You know, when it has to do with cause and laws and all that, I know it takes time. Cases where you feel like it should be dealt with easily, sometimes it's not like that. If you want to go details into law, some cases can take like 10 years before a final verdict, or they can get to the bottom of that case. There are instances where they will keep adjourning the case, and then they will tell you that they are not getting enough evidence to back it. You might think that what you are sending there, it's enough, but they will have to go deep and deeper. Maybe what you thought is a solid evidence is just a surface one, and they need more than that. So I feel like the court not being able to execute its mandate and it's being so congested, it's because it's either the court is being influenced, it's either they are trying to be incompetent, or they just don't want to do it. Right. Because the court, as it says, we shouldn't be hearing a case where how can a court be congested? It means a case is now broso, I phone when you cry, and you will be surprised to know that there will be a case that was there since 2016. That's all.
Oh, we don't have enough courts.
We don't have enough courts, man. We don't have enough courts, because see, if you go to metropolitan, even some districts have courts. They have sub courts.
Even has a court.
It has a court. I just say if they assem, then maybe they'll refer you to this Supreme Courts that we have in Accra here, the bigger ones. But every district has a court, so you cannot tell me that the things have become so congested that I must say, when it's happening like that, it slows the pace at which you work.
And it's a waste of resources.
It's a waste of resources and a waste of time, because you have new cases coming in every now and then. But you have to pay attention to the old ones before you get access to this. And we have lawyers graduating every day. So are we saying that we don't have enough hands that can help on that? It's a question we need to ask ourselves.
Lawyers are graduating
every year.
Call to the bar.
Every year.
So where are they?
I don't know.
Right. Miss Regina.
Yeah. I'm not going to nurses for no. Where are they?
They're in the house.
It's only few ones with connections. Who say day in and day out they are going to court to maybe exercise what they've learned. Aside
the
connections,
yes.
I mean, if I have ESQ on my name,
you get it.
But what do?
But I feel like law is in different terms. It's not only about you being called to the bar. Sometimes they have it in various types that someone can hire you, a company can hire you as their lawyer. Some ban or Udima company, no, you don't go to the court. So
and they say lawyers because it's media. Yeah, no that.
Oh, lawyer, na personal one. You know, for you say you.
Okay, so as she said, what should we call this? Why is there congestion in courts? Like then adding at the marketplace, because that is an environment where it's supposed to be serene, an environment where it's not supposed to be congested. And as we are all talking about delayed cases, I feel like the delayed cases are very deliberate, because tell me why this law enforcers themselves are very swift when it comes to abuse. They are very swift too. This Echo Blacks issue, it's let's assume it started trending yesterday, then today he was arrested. What is happening? Why are they swift? And now he's facing the law. He's in court, he's facing the law, back and forth, day in and day out. And say, I know they are no, it's not congested, or they are not delivering effectively. So I don't understand why, when it comes to abuse cases, assaults, so be a yes, so be a yes, I know they're fast. I actually, we will say the Ghana Police Service are doing their part, but it becomes a failure when the courts does not do what they are supposed to do.
Right.
But this is a case where courts na year they was all year. So looking at delayed cases, now what is happening? We can't say that there are not enough lawyers. We have more than enough competent lawyers, because I know that when it comes to states, they have lawyers they can give to someone if you don't have the money to go for a lawyer yourself.
Yeah.
And the states were lawyers, and see what is happening. You go to prison service. The main reason why some prison service are so choked like sardines, even up to now, koto sardine kwana na say enye choked sa space room. Ama you so cry gu Inti obi da remand. There's this crime check program they have been doing. Remand obi da remand yendi wa asem yo o docket cry yen biemu ye or da ho 4 years 5 years 10 years and so wa asem no ye be biemu na ye be di na o ma waste too time. So say we are looking at our judicial system. There are lots of loopholes in them. A lot of loopholes, because a lot of things doesn't make sense to me. So Chief Justice Bafo Boni, this is the time when he needs to wake up. He needs to sanitize. He needs to make sure that he picks all the bad ones out, because matter and you be an our court all year juma. Obi wo ho court na ho no de ne nsa hye na hemu. Oh yeah, was sorry, nothing, doing nothing. Because a lawyer dear, day in and day out, we was a docket to him. We are glancing through people's cases. Cases are where it doesn't have enough evidence. No, now our boy, but we are here.
I'm sure we have lawyers who deal with that, and we have those who go to the court. People who go through the dockets and find out maybe cases which have been presented to the court for maybe 10 years, 5 years, or 2 years. So if we have such people, then what are they doing? Are they sleeping?
I think because last week we saw that some of the judicial personnel, they said they are going on strike because their allowances are not being paid. Would you remember now? Yeah, I was our allowance. Hey.
I say no what man for drivers for anyway. Judiciary for. Let's move on. Most Ghanaians say the country is on the right path. IEA survey. A new survey by the Institute of Economic Affairs shows that a majority of Ghanaians believe the country is moving in the right direction. The nationwide survey was conducted between December 20th and December 28, 2025 across all 16 regions, with a response from 1,022 people. According to the findings, 58% of respondents say they are happy with how things are going in Ghana. However, 34% say they are unhappy, while 8% are decided. The IEA links the optimism to key economic improvements recorded in 2025 following the change of government. The report notes that the cedi strengthened by about 32% against the US dollar, while inflation dropped sharply from 23.8% in 2024 to 5.4% in 2025. This has helped reduce fuel prices and the cost of some imported goods. The survey also points to improvements in other economic indicators. Ghana's debt to GDP ratio fell from 61.8% at the end of 2024 to 45% by October 2025. In addition, the average lending rate declined from 30.2% to 22.2%, making borrowing slightly easier. According to the IEA, these developments have raised public confidence and hope for better economic conditions under the new government. However, the institute cautioned that optimism remains fragile, as more than a third of respondents are still dissatisfied. The IEA says the government must continue addressing the everyday challenges facing citizens to sustain and deepen public confidence. The IEA says the government must continue addressing the everyday challenges facing citizens. What are some of the everyday challenges we face as citizens?
Maybe any transport issue. No.
Transport issue.
The cedi to the dollar is stabilized, but some traders are refusing to abide by it.
Reduce their prices.
It's also a challenge.
I learned the traders are actually not supposed to reduce their prices. Looking at how we've explained inflation to ourselves, I learned that the rate at which things are supposed to go up will be lower. So let's say that if maybe you buy sanitary pad today for 15 cedis, maybe by next week you're supposed to go for 20 cedis. Because of the inflation rate, it will not go up like that by next week, but maybe in the next 3 months. Yes. So that is what I learned about
it's understandable, but for how many months now have the cedi to the dollar be stabilized?
But have you seen any increase in price of any commodity yet?
Not yet. But I think some people, you see, there is not increment, but there are increments on some depending on what you want to purchase.
Right. But in your opinion, how do you think the country is going? How do you feel about how the country is going?
Oh, for me, I feel good. I feel like we are on the right path. I feel like Ghana is waking up from. We are waking up from our slumber. Okay, we've been marking time for long, but I feel like now we are moving forward, and if this should continue, Ghana will be a good place to stay. Because we are seeing improvement. Seriously, things might not go on as we expect it to be. It might not be so fast, but I feel like things are going on. Things are moving. The government is trying his possible best, and it is improving in what we see daily. So I can perfectly tell you that Ghana is on the right path. If only we are going to sustain it. I can mention a lot of factors that shows that we are actually treading on the right path. And why are you smiling?
You know why I'm smiling?
No.
But the issue of fuel prices reduction. Now, if you go to Guel, they are giving breakfast, and other branches are also giving wachi.
Oh yes.
So you can go to Nima branch and buy Guel, and you get breakfast. And then if you go to another branch, you buy fuel from there, and you get your lunch.
You get it. I saw a statement from this convener. Oh, sorry, it escaped me. I saw a statement from him where he says now when he goes to the pump, he feels like he should buy fuel. Oliver Bakavomawo. He said he feels like he should buy more quantity of fuel and reserve them for in case some people comes back into power, because he doesn't know how it's going to be. We're not politicizing this whole issue, and then looking at where we are now is a positive look. I can boldly tell you that Ghana is moving in the right direction. Okay,
you are satisfied.
not totally satisfied, but I'm satisfied. I'm not 100% satisfied, but 50% I'm satisfied because things are going on well. Previously, with this transportation issue, you wouldn't see people complaining. Even if you complain, you feel like no one is going to hear you out. But since we started talking, shouting, and preaching about this transport issue, they are putting measures in place. Yesterday, I saw John Dumelo, who also said that he's going to ensure that there are buses to convey people in his constituency. So you could see that like they are ready to work. Okay, we just hope that it's continuous. Like it's continuous. It wouldn't be after 1 month such as he experiencing that.
But I think for that particular minister, he has been very consistent, right after, right before and then after the elections.
Which
John
minister?
Dumelo.
Oh yeah.
He's been very, very consistent.
You can see that the man
we are just hoping that it continues like that.
He's ready to work. You see, Ghana have exited from IMF. We are not coming to produce refined. Don't worry, don't be scared. Okay, we are coming to refine our own gold locally every month, starting from February. I should tell you that we are growing. We are not sucking breast again. We are now trying to eat fufu and banku. So you should tell that we are on the right path. The 31 people who are saying that
34,
they are in opposition.
They are
in opposition.
Right, Ms. Regina, are you satisfied with how the country is moving?
I can't be satisfied because no matter how you eat and you are satisfied, at the end of the day you become hungry again.
Right.
So our cravings and our yearning for economic stability, reduced product, and also job employment is still on the rise. We are craving and yearning for it the more. So I think that we are doing well for ourselves as a country, but we are not doing marvelously and excellently well. There's still room for improvement, so the government should set up all hands on deck and make sure that latest by ending of this year or next year, Ghana would be a transformed country. Then the reset will be resetting.
Yeah. On the reset, President John Dramani Mahama is in Switzerland. It's set to happen today. So let's see what it's gonna be like. Right. Thank you so much for joining us on the news headline review. Up next, we have Today in History with Ms. Regina Bliss.
Bringing you Today in History on this day, 1973. The U.S. Supreme Court legalizes abortion. On this day, the U.S. Supreme Court case Roe versus Wade legalized abortion nationwide, establishing a woman's constitutional right to an abortion under the 14th Amendment right to privacy, though allowing states to regulate it increasingly as pregnancy progressed, especially after fetal viability. This decision invalidated many state anti-abortion laws, but remains a highly controversial and debated topic. 1943, world record for fastest temperature change. Spearfish, South Dakota, set world records for rapid temperature shifts, experiencing a 49-degree rise from 4F to 45F in just 2 minutes due to a Chinook wind, and later a 58-degree drop from 54 degree to 4 degree in 27 minutes, both standing as fastest changes, with the event causing frosted windows and cracked glass. Ukraine declares its independence. Through the Fourth Universal of the Ukrainian Central Rada, proclaiming the Ukrainian People's Republic as sovereign state, a key moment in its struggle for statehood. Though its modern Independence Day celebrates the 1991 declaration from the Soviet Union, January 22nd also marks the 1919 Act of Unification with West Ukraine, symbolizing unity, and while August 24, 1991 is the official Independence Day, many advocate for January 22nd to be recognized as a significant state holiday. Looking at some observances, celebration of life days, to honor the preciousness of every child in life, but now widely recognized as a broader occasion to appreciate life, joy and positive aspects of living, often celebrated by spending time with children or focusing on personal gratitude and happiness. Clashing Cloth Day encourages people to break fashion rules by wearing mismatched colors, patterns, and textures for a fun, clashtastic look, rejecting neutrals like black, white, or brown for bright, silly combinations to express creativity and individuality. It's a day to be bold with stripes and polka dots, floral shirts with plaid, or any wildly mixed outfit embracing a playful defiance of traditional style. Lastly, Women's Healthy Weight Day. It's a day dedicated to raising awareness about the importance of achieving and maintaining a healthy weight for women of all ages, shapes, and sizes, and empowering women to throw away any negative notions they have about themselves and misconceptions about what being healthy means. This day is not about fitting into a certain mold or striving for an unrealistic ideal. Instead, it's about embracing your body, honoring your health, and making choices that support your overall well-being. And that's all for today on Today in History and Some Observances live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina, for Today in History and Some Observances of the Day. Up next, we have Debbie's Grill.
Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that matter to the state, void of politics, fear, or favor. The Jungle Warfare School, in partnership with the French Embassy, has launched a 3-week anti-illegal mining training known as Galamsey at the St. Anthony Barracks in Akemachiase in the Eastern Region. In a Facebook post by the Ghana Armed Forces, the commander of the Army Training Command, Brigadier General Joshua Amano, expressed gratitude to the French Armed Forces for their partnership and collaborative effort to curb illegal mining and protect Ghana's natural resources. He urged all participants to take the training seriously and actively engage in learning. The French Defense also appreciated the Chief of Staff and the Military High Command for following the training to be conducted in a jungle environment. The program will be held by a team of 15 French instructors with 3 officers and 35 soldiers from the Ghana Armed Forces participating. So all this is based on one thing, and that is Galamsey. It's sad because it looks as if we are losing the fight against illegal mining, so we need external help. We need people from other countries to help us. And so we have 15 instructors from France who are joining hands with the Ghana Armed Forces to train 35, including 35 soldiers who are going to be trained. And they are doing all this training because they want to bring an end to illegal mining. Does it mean that the armed forces we have in Ghana cannot bring an end to illegal mining? I know collaborating with people from other countries to fight this deadly canker, it's not a problem. Because I remember some time ago, some other countries were in trouble, and then Ghana, our armed forces, our security personnel were deployed to other countries to help them. So there is no wrong in that at all. But the question is, does it mean that we cannot fight illegal mining ourselves? If we cannot fight illegal mining, then how then are we sure that when we bring in external help, they can rather help us solve illegal mining? If you are encountering a problem or a challenge in your home, you know your home yourself, you've been there, you've occupied that space for say 10 or 5 years, and you know the challenges of that place, you know how difficult it is maybe to access some basic stuffs, you could not solve it, and then you feel like when you bring in external help, people who are not from your environment or maybe your community, from elsewhere, and then you feel like they can rather help you solve illegal mining. Why are we refusing to pay attention to key staffs? This shouldn't be the time where we still speak about illegal mining. We are not happy coming here every day talking about illegal mining. It hurts so much. It hurts. Because I cannot afford buying water every day. If it should happen that we need to import water, I can't afford it. You buy water to bath, you buy water to wash, not you buy pure water or bottled water to wash, to cook. Tell me, can you survive? That is going to be very difficult. You know, some time ago, we were happy when the government said that they will be deploying some military officers into Galamsey site permanently. Because personally, I don't see what they are doing in their barracks. There's a sensitive issue that we need to pay attention to. They've went through training. They are meant for that. So they are supposed to be in these zones where Galamsey is very high. They are supposed to be there. They should make that place their home. And immediately we start taking actions like that, it's going to deter these people. Now you cannot be in barracks today, you deploy people 2 days, 2 weeks, they are back to their barracks, and then another 2 weeks you deploy people. It won't work. If we want to fight this canker, there should just be a permanent solution that we can use in fighting it. And as I said, other forces from other countries coming into Hoppers, they are going to go through training. And then from there, definitely they will be dispersed into communities that are known to be a zone of Galamsey. But the question is, why won't me solve the problem? How sure are you that these people can help you? Yes, it's good. There might be ideas that will be shared and all that. But we know our people. It is Ghanaians that are involved in this Galamsey. We are Ghanaians. We know our people. We know why they are doing that. So why can't we stop it? We know why these people are engaging in Galamsey. One, they feel like there is no work. So if you want to stop Galamsey, it has to do with a lot. A lot. If these people are saying that there is no work, okay, how do we solve it? And we should also bear in mind that those communities that Galamsey is escalating, those people there, they don't have the money. I believe they don't have the money to buy excavator. I believe they don't have money to buy the champagne. They don't have money to buy those chemicals. Someone is behind it. You want us to fight Galamsey after a Galamsey kingpin has been arrested for 3 days, jailed for 3 days. Now you know, and then we are joking. We are joking. I feel like we are not putting in much effort. We are relaxed. We are very relaxed. And let me tell you something. These Galamsey kingpins are well, they are well prepared. They are well prepared. They are waiting for you to come. Yes, because they are not on their own. They are being controlled. Tell me how a Galamsey campaign is able to get AK-47. Tell me how he got it. Tell me. Does it make sense? Sometimes you sit down to think about certain things and like it baffles your mind. And I feel like what we see when we sit here is different from what our leaders see. I don't know what they see. A whole Galamsey campaign is war armed. It's war armed. And you tell me that we are serious to fight illegal mining. We are just joking. We are joking. We are not happy coming here to speak about this every day, but it's sad. It's sad because when things escalate, I'm going to feel the pain. You are also going to feel it. Now, there will be shortages of water in some parts of Accra. We cannot basically... I know they've said that it's a fault somewhere. People are not paying what they're supposed to pay and all that. And they want some. But who knows? Who knows? Even where we thought that we don't export water some time ago, there were a survey. There were a record that was released that shows that we import water. When it gets to a critical mood, we import water. Let's take Galamsey serious. Let's take it serious. The fight against Galamsey shouldn't be something we should joke with. It shouldn't be something we should joke with. Allegedly, politicians are involved. Financiers are involved. Top public officials are involved in Galamsey. And the manner at which we fight this issue and the manner at which we deal with cases involving illegal mining in court is disheartening. Sometimes when I see it, I feel like don't even read, because these people is the same thing. And what your thought is conveying to you when you read is the same thing. Someone involved in Galamsey has been arrested. They could jail in 3 days. 3 days. 3 days. And we will say just because there is some connection somewhere. Oh, basically, that is what everybody is going to say. If you don't have the connection, tell me why you will destroy our forest reserve, you pollute our water bodies, and then you are being jailed for 3 days. Does it make sense? No. Even a child born today will tell you that it doesn't add up. It does not. So let's make things clear. If we don't want to fight Galamsey, then everybody will start preparing. If you are ready to fight Galamsey, let it be clear that we are ready to fight it. This is what we want to do, because we are tired. We are tired, though. Serious, we are tired. And then you will bring different initiative, right? That you want to fight illegal money. Today it will be there's a lot blue water, whatever, arresting people, banning champagne, banning all those things, deporting foreigners, and it continues. These are things that we kept complaining that, see, deporting these people is not going to solve the issue. Because if a Ghanaian should find his or himself in other countries, you're sensible enough. You're deporting maha. Because when you know could do in Ghana, they will deal with you there before they will release you. So I don't know. I don't know whether I don't want to say whether we fear them. I don't want to say because we fear them, because I can't fathom why we do that. You deport them and then you are telling their government that should deal with them. How sure are you that they are going to deal with these people? And that is why day in, day out. See, if Galamsey kingpins are being arrested, if there are 10, 2 out of them, you see a Chinese. Among them, if there are 5, you get 1. If there are 10, you get 3. So it should tell you that these people are still coming, because they feel like Ghana is a free zone. You come, you do whatever you want, and you're allowed to go scot-free. If in case you people have signed something that we don't know, let us know, so that when we see that you people are deporting them, we know that maybe we've signed a contract with them, which shows that they can come and do whatever they want. It's hurting, no. Because you can't tell me that there are no laws backing this. We have laws that are backing it. So why is it not working? Obia for the all cases that entails or involves galamsey, you look at how it ends. It doesn't end on a good note. It doesn't end on a good note. So more ya say ya obi wani ejim. Obi an couch, obi an bonwa. Na kasa, no one cares. And as I said, it's not good. The implications, we can't bear it. We can't bear it. So if you're not able to solve your own house issues and you feel like you bring in somebody, train them, and they are the only people who can help, well, we are taking note. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.
Thank you so much, Miss Debbie, for that grill. Thank you too for joining us on the first segment of the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. We'll be coming up with the news shortly. Right after the news, we'll be coming up with the second segment. Please stick and stay with us.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries,
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Welcome to the morning news updates on Ghana Talks Radio. On today's news highlight, Majority Caucus stands in solidarity with the Minister of Foreign Affairs amidst United States visa ban. Digital reforms drives smooth security service recruitment. Government recovers 107 million in defaulted loans. Greater Accra Regional Minister plans modern market to replace bent VVIP station. Adenta Dodowa Road project faces delay due to obstruction. These and many more coming up your way shortly. To begin with, the Majority Caucus has rejected calls from the Minority Caucus to dismiss Foreign Affairs Minister Honorable Kujetoa Blakwa following the United States decision to suspend immigrant visa processing for Ghanaians. The minority accused Ablak of megaphone diplomacy and incompetence. According to them, the Minister of Foreign Affairs' approach to international engagement led to Ghana's inclusion on the United States list. The U.S. ban affecting 75 countries is expected to impact Ghana's remittance inflows.
Decision by the U.S., by the President of the United States. How do we hold our minister, Foreign Affairs Minister, responsible for that decision? This is a Foreign Affairs Minister who has been very active on the international front with our partners on issues about creating jobs, attracting investors to this country. myself, I have joined him. We went to China, we went to other countries about attracting investors into this country. And it's bearing fruit. It's yielding results. And so if US have made a decision on immigrant visa, we cannot hold our foreign affairs minister responsible for that.
The Minister of Interior, Muntaka Mumbarak, says the ongoing internal security services recruitment is progressing smoothly due to digital reforms and strict measures against fraud. According to the Minister of Interior, the introduction of an e-recruitment system has enabled applicants to monitor the application's progress. The digital system, launched to replace the traditional paper-based process, allows applicants to apply and track the application online, minimizing the need for physical presence and reducing opportunities for middlemen. However, he cautioned that anyone found attempting to exploit the system will face consequences.
So I want to encourage all of us. I know it's very difficult for people to believe what is happening can happen. I know it's difficult for people to believe that what is happening now can happen. The applicants will come and they will have water, they will have snack, they will have biscuit, they have chair to sit. People don't believe that it is true. People think that we are dreaming. We are assuring them that the process will continue till the end. They should just continue to cooperate with the security heads, and we can assure them that we'll make sure that the process goes from start to finish very transparently. I continue to thank the service commanders. You remember when we came, we had to investigate the previous recruitment, and we realized there were a lot of lapses. So we sat together and realized that we need to try and make amends and correct some of the lapses. And you can see that what we have done is having thought through all the process from start to finish. And we decided that, look, can we digitalize every process? And this is the result of the digitalization. So we've digitalized every process from the start, where you get your form, how you complete it, how you get information, everything is digitalized. Up to going to college. Nobody is going to be called to come and hand over any paper to you. If there will be paper, it is you who download it. And then it will have a barcode where it can be scanned to check its authenticity. So don't let anybody deceive you. So I can assure you that we are doing the best that we can. Yes, it's a human thing. So far, it's going so well. We hope that it will continue that way till the end.
The Minister of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare, has announced the recovery of 107 million Ghana cedis in defaulted loans, while some Ghana Exim Bank disbursement is under security review to strengthen oversight. The recovery effort is part of ongoing initiatives to address questionable lending practices. In the minister's revelation, some loan disbursements were not properly accounted for, prompting referrals to security agencies for investigation. The government is also implementing strict credit creation policies to prevent political interference and misuse of public funds.
One of the biggest bane of industry, biggest bane of trade, biggest bane of agribusiness is finance. Access to finance has always been a challenge. Cost of borrowing in Ghana has been high, and access to long-term and competitive finance has been a major hurdle in terms of this space. And so this issue is being addressed with the support of one of our agencies, the Ghana Exim Bank. In 2025, the Ghana Exim Bank disbursed a total of 304 million in line with stringent credit creation policy to strengthen credit quality. And my emphasis, stringent credit creation policy. This is not money for the boys or money for the girls. You must satisfy the requirement. You must show that the credit you are taking is going to inure to the benefit of the economy. You must show ability to repay the loan, because this is not money for free. This is money to help your business and to help the economy and to help the macroeconomics in the country, and also to make sure that we benefit from import substitution, and then our exports actually improves. And so they also went to work in respect of repayment and received 107 million from loans that has been given and that were not paid. Recovery efforts on legacy loans are ongoing. They've initiated legal proceedings on several of the cases, while others have been referred to appropriate security agencies for further action. There are loans that we don't know how they were disbursed, and then we have referred it to the appropriate quarters for same to be dealt with expeditiously. To further enhance its capacity for project financing, the Ghana Exim Bank is exploring opportunities to raise up to $200 million from the capital market. The proceeds will be used to complete partially executed projects and protect investment already made, helping to mitigate potential losses. What happens is that sometimes the Exim Bank will agree to give you X amount of money for an investment. They will disburse half and leave the other half. It does not yield any dividends for the investor, but the investor will be called upon to pay interest. And so what we have decided to do is to raise money to pay off the amount we agreed with the investors previously, so that they can have the full benefit of the investment, and then we will be able to protect the investment that has been made with the taxpayers' money. And so we are high on that one. This is not political. We want to make sure that the Ghana economy does well. It doesn't matter how, which political affiliation you are in. So long as you've taken part of Exim's money for good cause, we will add up to make sure that you take a benefit, like the watermelon factory in Pualugu.
Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Oklo has announced plans to transform the Bent VVIP station at Kwame Nkrumah Circle into a modern market. The fire, which occurred on January 20th, destroyed over 50 shops. The minister urged traders to avoid rebuilding, emphasizing the need for a well-planned space. The area was originally marked as a garden, but had been encroached upon and converted into informal settlements and trading spaces. On the other hand, NADMO had served eviction notices to occupants with a deadline of February 24th, 2026.
We had a fire outbreak. I was here with NADMO. Initially, I asked NADMO to take the lead to come and look at the place and then have some assessment and give us a report. Myself, I was here yesterday to witness the place. We engaged the affected victims, and the cause of the fire is not yet known because we are still waiting for fire service to give us the feedback. And so there was a time we asked the assembly to decongest the place because we noticed that there's a lot of activities ongoing here. Yesterday when we came, we noticed there was a chore bar here. At the same time, they have outside the chore bar, they have this drinking spot, and a whole lot of people sleep here. They use here as their abode. And so we noticed that some of them even have gas. More than they were able to retrieve more than 50 gas cylinders. Are you getting it? And so we keep on asking, for how long are we going to sit to wait for this? Yesterday I asked my market women, because at the end of the day, when we talk to them and they don't listen, we said, yes, this is where you do everything, you trade here till the evening. We cannot prevent you from cooking here, but take precaution. After cooking, make sure that whatever fire, the fire you use, make sure that you go off the gas, take off the cylinder head, and so that you can know that you are safe. And so we keep on advising the traders. At the same time, like I said, it took some time for the fire service to quench the fire because there was no assessment. I mean, they couldn't assess the place. I mean, look at we even have to break some walls here before the tender was able to come in to quench the fire. And yesterday around 3 o'clock when we were leaving, we also noticed some pockets of fire. So we also had to leave for the fire service to come and take care of the place. And today we've asked the assembly to take care of the debris, and that is exactly what they are doing. We are here to wait feedback from the fire service to know the cause of the fire, and then the affected victims, no matter what it is, the government is ready to support them. Yesterday when I came, I told Nima who said she was having 6,000 Ghana cedis, old currency, 60 million in the south, the container. And so they were able to retrieve 3,000, less than 3,000. So she told me that other almost buyer with the 3,000. I said, why not? We'll have you with the 3,000. Looking at the condition of the issue. And so this fire outbreak at the market, it's becoming unbecoming. It's becoming unbecoming. And at the end of the day, like I said, government will support. But don't forget that the investment, looking at how much you've invested, the number of years, months you've invested.
In business, latest data from the Ghana Statistical Service shows that producer price inflation rose to 1.9% year-on-year in December, up from 1.3% in November 2025. The December figure reflects changes in prices received by producers compared with the same period in 2024. Despite the annual increase, producer prices declined by 0.8% on a month-on-month basis, indicating a fall in average prices at the factory gate between November and December. Sectoral data revealed mixed trends. Industrial producer inflation climbed to 2.1% in December from 1.6% in November, suggesting a modest rise in costs across manufacturing, mining and utilities towards the end of the year. Within the industrial sector, inflation in mining and quarrying increased sharply to 3.3% from 2.3%. In contrast, manufacturing inflation slowed significantly to 0.1% from 0.5%, while prices in the transport and storage sector remained in deflation. The services sector recorded a comparatively lower annual inflation rate of 0.6%. On a month-on-month basis, service prices edged up marginally by 0.2%. Overall, the subdued PPI outturn aligns with a broader disinflationary trend in the economy. Earlier this month, government statistician Dr. Alhassan Idrisu announced that consumer inflation had eased to a multi-year low of 5.4%. Analyst says the easing of producer price pressures could support price stability in 2026, as lower factory gate costs often translate into more stable consumer prices. The disinflationary momentum has been attributed to relative stability in the cedi, improved domestic production, and softer global commodity prices. The Director of African Department at the International Monetary Fund has commended Ghana for making tremendous improvement in key sectors, particularly in lower accessibility and overall living condition. Speaking in an interview, Mr. Selassie attributed the progress to the collective efforts of the Ghanaian people and institutions rather than IMF programs. He added that Ghana's continued success will depend on sustaining this collective effort. However, Mr. Selassie noted that challenges remain, particularly in job creation and economic stability. He said Ghana has not made comparable progress in generating jobs and continues to experience volatility in key macroeconomic indicators, especially around election periods. To sports, Liverpool have become the top-earning Premier League club for the first time, according to analysis from financial firm Deloitte. The Reds owned the English top flight title last season and generated €836 million, more revenue than any other English side. Manchester United fell to their lower ever position in what is the 29th edition of the Deloitte Football Money League. Real Madrid again topped the list with €1.2 billion, despite not winning the Champions League or La Liga last season, as both Manchester clubs dropped down the list. Barcelona were second, moving back into the top 3 for the first time since 2019 after generating 975 million euros. Despite playing away from their camp stadium last season, Bayern Munich are third on 861 million, Champions League winners Paris Saint-Germain fourth on 837 million euros, and Liverpool fifth. Manchester City draw from second to sixth with a revenue of 829 million. Manchester United, who finished 15th in the Premier League, were beaten by Tottenham in the Europa League final, went from 4th to 8th with 793 million euros. United have topped the Money League on 10 occasions, most recently in 2017. Their match-day revenue will also suffer this season as they are not involved in European competition and have been knocked out of the FA Cup and League Cup at the first hurdle. There are 6 English clubs in the top 10, with Arsenal 822 million euros to 690 million in 7th position. Tottenham in 673 million euros to 565 million in 9th, and Chelsea 10th with 585 million euros to 491 million. 3 other English made to the top 20, with Aston Villa 450 million 378. 14th Newcastle United to 400 million, 17th and West Ham United to 276 million to 232 million in 20th position. Overall, the revenue of the top 20 clubs went up by 11% to record 12.4 billion euros. Commercial revenues went up to 5.3 billion euros from 4.9 billion euros, and an increase driven by a shift in club business models focusing on the increased use of stadia and surrounding areas on non-match days, an increase in sponsorship revenue, and improved retail performance. Real Madrid's commercial income was 594 million, which alone would have put them in 10th spot. Match-day income was again the revenue stream that grew at the fastest rate, increasing 16% to 2.4 billion euros. The expanded FIFA Club World Cup, which took place in the United States last summer, helped broadcast revenue go up by 10%. Manchester City and Chelsea were England's representatives, and taking part resulted in a 70% rise in broadcast revenues for those that were in. Deloitte Bridge believes the Money League figures show clubs continuing to take greater ownership of their revenue-generating capabilities. However, with Players' Union taking legal action against FIFA over the increase in games in the football calendar, Bridge added that a balance needs to be struck between increased revenue and player welfare. In working out its figures, Deloitte said the amounts have been translated using 12-month average exchange rate at the time of the club reported year-end, with €1 equalizing 0.84. In showbiz, Taylor Swift has become the youngest female artist inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. It follows a glittering few years for 36-year-old pop superstar who broke her own sales record with her latest album, The Life of a Showgirl, in October. She is among 9 songwriters within the 2026 class, which also include Canadian-American singer and songwriter and Walter, known for his work with Mariah Carey. The singer will be welcomed into the prestigious club during a private ceremony in New York later this year. Founded in 1969, the Songwriters Hall of Fame honors those whose work represents a spectrum of the most believed and loved songs from the world's popular music songbook. It selects a small group of artists on an annual basis, and fewer than 500 people have been invited in over the last 50 years. Announcing this year's inductees, Chair and frontman said this year's lineup not only showcases iconic songs but also celebrates unity across various genres. The pop superstar previously became the first performer to win the Album of the Year Grammy 4 times. Taylor is one of the best-selling music artists of all time, reaching stardom with her 12 studio albums and 4 re-recorded Taylor's version. Last year, it was announced she had bought back the right to her first 6 albums, ending a long-running and highly publicized battle over the ownership of her music. While her latest album seeks the United Kingdom's biggest opening week of 2025, after selling 304,000 copies in just 3 days, she has been decorated with a host of awards over the years, including becoming the first performer to win the Album of the Year Grammy 4 times. On some international update, Nigeria's police have now confirmed that a group of worshippers was kidnapped from 3 churches in a remote part of the northern Kaduna state after previously denying it. More than 2 days after the raid on the Wali village, police on Tuesday night said an earlier statement denying the attack had been widely misinterpreted. Local residents told BBC that 177 worshippers had been abducted, but 11 later escaped. Police spokesperson Benjamin did not give numbers, but said subsequent checks by operational units and intelligence sources had confirmed the abduction. He said security forces had been fully deployed to the area and that search and rescue operations and patrols were underway. The police spokesperson added that the earlier statement was not a denial of the incident, but a measured response pending confirmation of details from the field. One eyewitness said the attack happened around 10 o'clock local time on Sunday. Residents said the attack affected 3 churches, 2 of which are part of the Cherubim and Seraphim Movement Church and one from the Evangelical Church Winning. In a joint statement with local government officials, Kaduna State Police Commissioner Alhaji Mohammed Rabiu described the report of a kidnapping as mere falsehood, which is being peddled by conflict entrepreneurs who want to cause chaos. He challenged people to list the names of the kidnapped victims and other particulars. The chairman of the Kajura local government area, which include Kamim Wali, Dauda Madaki, said security forces had been sent to the area but found no sign of a kidnap. We visited the church where the so-called kidnapping took place. There was no evidence of the attack, he said. A list of those kidnapped seen by the BBC on Tuesday contains more than 160 names, though this has not been independently verified. Amnesty International has criticized Nigeria's authority over what it described as desperate denial of the kidnapping. Reuters, the inside of Has Cherubim and Seraphim Movement Church after an attack by gangmen in which worshippers were kidnapped. Their orange, green and blue plastic chairs scattered on the floor. The worshippers were reportedly kidnapped during a Sunday service. In November, more than 300 students and teachers were seized from the Catholic school in neighboring Niger State. They were later released in 2 successive groups. This was among a spate of kidnappings that made international headlines. Nigeria is facing numerous security challenges, including kidnappings for ransom by criminal gangs, and Islamic insurgency in northeast, separatist violence in the southeast, and the battle between herders and farmers in the center over access to land and water. Experts says corruption, poor intelligence sharing, and unfounded local policing have hampered efforts to tackle the various crises. Nigeria's defense minister resigned last month at the height of the kidnapping crisis, officially for health reasons, according to the president's office. The United States last month took military action in Nigeria, launching a strike on Christmas Day on the camps run by an Islamic militant group in northwestern Nigeria. United States President Donald Trump has followed up by cautioning of more strikes if Christians continue to be killed in the West African nation. There are more than 250 ethnic groups in Nigeria, which is roughly divided into a mainly Muslim north, a largely Christian south, with intermingling in the middle. The government says people of all faiths have been victims of the attack. A Nigerian Foreign Ministry spokesperson responded to Trump's warning. He said that Nigeria will continue to engage constructively with partners such as the United States. And that's it for the morning news update. Do also log on to all streaming platforms for more news stories. I am Deborah Dosso. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do have a good morning.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries,
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1.
Good morning to you once again. You are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show right here on Ghana Talks Radio. I remain your host, Ruth Esenam Fiagbedu. We are zooming into the second segment of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. I have sitting here with me right here in the studio, Mr. Dubik Ganib Stephen, who is a social commentator. We'll also be having Mr. Kingsley Aqua, an NPP communicator as well, joining us shortly. Good morning to you, Mr. Dubik. How are you doing? I'm fine. Are you going somewhere after here? Maybe to the beach?
I have a class at 2.
Oh, okay.
So from here I'll go to class.
You go to class.
I'll go from the house I go to.
Then you go to class. Okay. Because you are wearing a summer top, so I thought maybe right after here you are going to the beach, maybe to, sightseeing, to relax your mind.
Because I'll be going back home. I just decided to.
Oh, okay. something casual. Anyway, you're looking good. Right. So before we dive into the main issue for discussion, let's look at some interesting news story. Hope you don't mind. Right. Court congestion hindering effective justice delivery. Chief Justice. The Chief Justice, Justice Bafo-Boni, says congestion in Ghana's court remains a major obstacle to the effective delivery of justice and must be urgently addressed. He made the remarks during a courtesy call on the Minister for Finance, Dr. Kaysel Atuforsen, as part of effort to strengthen cooperation between the judiciary and the executive. Justice Bafo-Boni explained that the judiciary is working on a number of interventions aimed at reducing court congestion and improving the speed and quality of justice delivery. He also used the opportunity to thank the Ministry of Finance for its continued support to the judiciary. The Chief Justice further raised concerns about the working conditions of judicial officers and staff, noting that sustained institutional support is critical to improving efficiency across the justice system. In response, Finance Minister Dr. Atuforsen assured the judiciary of government's commitment to addressing the challenges facing the courts. He revealed that the ministry is considering allowing the judiciary to retain and use 100% of its internally generated funds to meet urgent operational needs. The meeting was attended by Supreme Court Judge Justice Gabriel Scott, Acting Director of the Ghana School of Law, Professor Raymond Atuguba, Judicial Secretary Ahmed Musa, and the Attorney General and Minister for Justice Dr. Dominic Ayeni. Rightfully read. Mr. Dubig, what do you think is causing the congestion in our courts?
It's a lot of things.
A lot of things. What are those things?
Infrastructure.
Infrastructure?
Yes.
The building?
Yes.
Okay.
And then our legal processes. It's sometimes too long. You get it? Cases that can be done in a month or two, we find a way to make it unnecessarily long. So you look at somebody going to steal cassava. The police arrest him and take him to court. The police go to the court and tell the court that we are not done with investigations. So remand him for 2 weeks.
Remand him for 2 weeks?
Yes.
So he's going to be in police custody for 2 weeks.
It means the case, if they have started with the adjudication of the case from that instant, it would have been shorter by 2 weeks.
Okay.
But because the police says they are not done with their investigations, we have to prolong it for 2 weeks. Sometimes they'll come again, and then they'll even say, the magistrate has traveled. The police CID in charge of the case has been transferred. Hence, we are looking for a new one will come, then we hand the case over to the person. We have to, I don't want to use the word reset. It will sound as if I'm communicating for NDC. We have to recalibrate or put new structures in place to deal with case in a rapid manner. There are some cases it is not supposed to last even months. You get it? For instance, a murder case. The corporate says, I did it. The corporate himself has said, I did it.
I did it.
Confess to it. Every evidence points out to the fact that the person says, I did it.
I did it.
But we will sit down, drag the case for years. And you see, when COVID came, a lot of countries took advantage of COVID to reform their judiciary system. But Ghana, we didn't.
We didn't do that.
How much is a computer? How much? It's a computer. If we can spend money to build a cathedral, we should be able to find money to buy computers, build a database system, equip these court with Zoom apps, and then gadgets to make, what do you call it, a virtual case or a virtual hearing possible. For instance, if I'm applying for a bail, I don't have to go to the court. If I am convicted and I'm applying for bail, like for instance, no conviction per se, but if I'm remanded and I want to apply for a bail, I don't have to go back to the court, sit there, wait for my time. The bail hearing can be done once I'm in wherever I am, in any police cell that I am in.
Right.
The bail will be heard. I'm gone. Zoom, you can have, like, you see the judge that sat on Ofuriate's case 3 days ago. In the space of 1 year, he has sat on over 200 immigration cases.
Wow.
In a space of 1 year. Do you know why it's possible?
Why is it possible?
Zoom and technology.
Right.
So we should be able to put these structures in place and make it easy to fast track certain cases. We should, you see, when it's about the politicians, they find a way to make it work for them. You see, this presidential, what do you call it, petition. When we first had our presidential petition in 2013, it traveled 8 months. Then the politicians sat down and felt that 8 months was uncomfortable. They made a law and made it 3 months. So the 2021, it didn't travel beyond 3 months. Presidential petition, oh, the one that determines who becomes president.
Right.
We found a way to shorten it and make it less than, no more than 3 months. The case shouldn't travel more than 3 months. So everything, there's timelines, case management, this, witness statement, this, cross-examination. There are timelines to all these things. And the Supreme Court didn't miss any of them. So if we were able to do that,
why can't we do
that across board, across all cases? Assembly between court cannot really officiate the assembly court. Sometimes we can even take the issues to court and forget about the case. The case wouldn't be called. Remand. Yes.
Is it deliberate or?
It is the system. We have not built a system that reminds us of these things. And it's a CID Nina and a magistrate na CID Nini WFI. Now I'm court one follow up near the question reminder. As a we need lawyer as and how many people can even afford a lawyer? And if your lawyer also goes to court 3-4 times and your case is adjourned, maybe because papa be na a bigger client has come.
They will leave you.
They will leave you. They won't leave you per se that they've left you, but they will not give your case the attention it needs.
Right. They'll be reluctant.
Of course. So these are all things that the actors in this case, I don't want to say government alone, because the judiciary also have a responsibility to play in this. They should come together and develop a strategy, a roadmap that would make sure that cases are facilitated.
Right. He also read that the ministry is considering allowing the judiciary to retain and use 100% of its internally generated funds to meet urgent operational needs. How is that going to help?
I hope they don't abuse it. I really hope they don't abuse it, because if you allow institutions to determine how their internally generated funds are used, they tend to abuse it. That's when I have cited this example in this place for quite some time. When just a second.
Right.
When when you allow them to use their internally generated funds, some tend to abuse it.
How do they abuse it?
Okay. So you give them a free rein to use their internally generated funds.
Mm-hmm.
They would make purchases, and then the rest at the end of the year they will share.
They make purchases.
Of course. So you say, use your internally generated fund for these things.
Mm-hmm.
When they are done, they share it.
They share it.
Yeah, it happens in a lot of institutions. There are some hospitals in this country. They use their internally generated funds to buy rice, buy oil, buy chicken for their workers at the end of the year. But that is not what that money is meant for. You understand?
Right.
There are some hospitals in Ghana that call their internally generated fund Pandora. They will keep it. At the end of the year, they will share.
They'll share it.
Yes.
So, what exactly is the internally generated fund supposed to do?
You see, it is supposed to help in keeping the place. Sometimes, some institution can decide that, okay, our internally generated fund will go into hiring, contract staff, people who are not on the government payroll.
Mm-hmm.
You can use that one for that.
Right.
Some people can also say, okay, we are using your internally generated fund, IGF, to purchase things that we cannot go to the central government all the time to ask, like toiletries, this and that and that.
Okay.
And that.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So every organization has a way of utilizing their internally generated fund. But there are some organizations that also don't have the power to use their internally generated fund. Their internally generated fund goes to the central, their consolidated fund. When they gather the money, at the end of the year, the money is sent to central government. Audit is made. I understand that even this, even if they are allowed to utilize their internally generated fund, audit will be made. But sometimes these things, they use it before the audits are made. You get it? So they might end up misusing the money. So if we are going to do this, I think that monitoring on how the money is utilized should be prioritized.
But do we do that in our institutions?
Of course. We are supposed to. There are certain times that certain contract and certain things must go to PPA for approval and all that. But we sidestep it. We find our way to maneuver around it and then get it done anyway. Because for me, it doesn't make sense that you pass a law that if I want to go and buy a laptop for this studio, I have to go to the board for approval. Okay. I don't go to the board for approval. I go and buy the laptop anyway. Then in that same law, you say after I bought the thing, I can go to the board for rectification. How does this make sense?
After buying it.
Then why do I even need approval in the first place? Then I can buy it and go and then rectify it. You get it?
Right.
The Ghanaian politician and the lawmakers always do things and create a window unless it is emergency. Unless it is emergency. If it is not emergency, everything must get PPA's approval. It shouldn't be buying the thing and later going for rectification. You get it? I understand there are emergencies. But aside that, there shouldn't be any point that aside emergency, you can go to the PPA for rectification. It doesn't make sense. Personally, it doesn't.
It doesn't. Would you also say because we don't have enough judges or maybe lawyers in our courtroom, that is why sometimes we don't get to deliver these cases effectively and on time? Would you say it's a contributing factor?
It can be a factor. It can be a factor. But I'm not saying that is what you call it, the reason why it is happening. See, if this studio, you only have 3 presenters, and your listeners will listen from morning to the next morning. You must find a way to schedule your time so that you don't shut the radio station or the TV station down, because you cannot go to the listeners and say, oh, we don't have enough presenters. You get it? You must find a way to make it work until more presenters are
recruited.
Of course. So that cannot be excuse. That cannot be an excuse to say that because we don't have enough judges in the system, justice should be delayed, or justice should be placed on a back burner. So must the people in remand suffer because the state cannot recruit more judges? You understand? There are people who have been in remand for 10 years. Go to Nsawam, you see them. They cannot suffer because the state cannot recruit more judges. Our constitution allows for tribunal. It is not just the court. Our constitution allows for tribunal. Why haven't we implemented the tribunal since 1992, when this constitution came to force? It is because certain group of this country think that tribunal is associated to military and then the excesses in military administration or military takeover of the state.
That is
so
why.
Once you mention tribunal, they become uncomfortable. But tribunal is in our constitution. The law allows for us to set it up. If we had tribunals in our district, and your case be an ebeko wie court, case be oha kebeko tribunal, na ye di asem no ho, intentem so. You get it? Obi ko wie akoko baako, na de no court. Obi ko wie abanche, na de no court. Obi ko twa obi board ye kwamdi, na de no court. It goes up to pile cases onto our court system. So we can look at the tribunal and implement them. Once we do it, it will ease the burden on our courts.
Right, let's move on. Most Ghanaians say the country is on the right path, and this is a survey from IEA. A new survey by the Institute of Economic Affairs shows that a majority of Ghanaians believe the country is moving in the right direction. The nationwide survey was conducted between December 20th and December 28, 2025, across all 16 regions with responses from 1,022 people. According to the findings, 58% of respondents say they are happy with how things are going in Ghana. However, 34% say they are unhappy, while 8% are undecided. The IEA links this optimism to key economic improvements recorded in 2025, following the change of government. The report notes that the cedi strengthened by about 32% against the US dollar, while inflation dropped sharply from 23.8% in 2024 to 5.4% in 2025. This has helped reduce fuel prices and the cost of some imported goods. The survey also points to improvements in other economic indicators. Ghana's debt to GDP ratio fell from 61.8% at the end of 2024 to 45% by October 2025. In addition, the average lending rate declined from 30.2% to 22.2%, making borrowing slightly easier. According to the IEA, these developments have raised public confidence and hope for better economic conditions under the new government. However, the Institute cautions that optimism remains fragile as more than a third of respondents are still dissatisfied. The IEA says the government must continue addressing the everyday challenges facing citizens to sustain and deepen public confidence. So this is a survey from IEA, of which majority of Ghanaians says that the country the country is moving in the right direction, and 38% says they are not satisfied with how things are moving.
I would have loved the IEA to add if the reasons
for
why 38% would say they are not satisfied, because when they made the survey, they said, they talked about the reasons why the 58% says the country is going in the right direction, right? They said economic gains and whatever.
Yes,
I would have loved.
inflation.
Yes, I would have loved for the IE.
I'm trying to see if I'll find it.
Let's see. Before you find it, let me proceed.
Right.
You see, let's put the economic gains aside. Let's pretend that there's no economy. Let's just bring governance. Let's discuss this issue from two legs, from the governance perspective and the economic perspective.
Right.
Let me start with the governance perspective.
They didn't mention. Yeah, I have a report here.
They didn't mention.
No, they didn't mention.
Okay. Let's take the let me start with the governance perspective.
Right.
You see, at a point in time in this country, we had 125 ministers.
125
Ministers. When you go to the Jubilee House, we had presidential staffer for what do you call it? Christian something. Presidential staffer for Christian whatever. The Christian things were like 5.
A lot.
The Ministry of Communication, they had the presidential communications team, and they had Minister for Information. One job, 2 different set of people doing it.
And how many, do you know how many people in each team?
I think I don't want to make a mistake and mention a figure that I'm not sure of.
Right, that's
but if you put all of them together, I'm sure they were above 30.
30?
Yes, 30 individuals working under the Ministry of Information and let's say the government communication. There were more than 30. Eugene and his team were there, Kojo Ponkroma and his team.
So they all had a role to play in all
information, giving information. Information that you can type and post on social media. These people were the ones giving us the information that you have to type. You just need one person to type and one person to post it on social media.
But was it necessary to have such a large team doing all of these?
If it wasn't necessary, would they have had it? The money was there to see customers were come there. We had the money, so we wanted to give everybody something to do so that the person can also earn. So if you look at governance, Mahama has done far better than Akufo-Addo. Putting structures in place, using small people but being efficient. You see, I hear people talk about the transport system, issues.
Yeah.
And yet then they started you. These issues were with us 2020, 2021, 2020, even 2016, 2017, 2018. The issues were with us. After every Christmas, we suffered these issues. Before Christmas, we had these challenges. But do you know why we are talking about it today? Do you know why we are talking about it today? We are talking about it today because the government in power has decided that I'll bring forth these issues and try and solve it. When did you hear in the past administration that you be Christmas? Inti abayne say nipa beba krom dodo nti miama yi ba sasasi ho say Omo kofa nipa. Did you ever hear that?
No, please.
So these are the things I'm talking about when it comes to governance. Governance is not waiting for people to bring forth their problem. It's about identifying the problem before they even arise, then solving it. And that is what this government is doing. There are problems to be, and they discuss it because they themselves brought it up for discussion. That's one aside. Let's talk about the economy now. Every indicator, every economic indicator today is far better than it was under the previous administration. People will say it is just a year. Yes, it is just a year. They did something within that year. If the next year they mess up, we will sit here and talk about it. But for now, we have to credit them for what they've done within the year, which is very good. Which is very, very good. See, I always say this, and I'll say this here today. Mohammed's first year in government today is better than Kufuor's first term.
Kufuor.
Yes, first year. His first year.
His first year or his first term?
His first year.
First year.
Mohammed's first year now is better than Kufuor's first year in 2001 to 2002.
Okay.
Isn't it under Kufuor when he took us to HEPEC the first year?
I heard of that.
Oh, sorry. sorry.
Highly indebted.
Sorry.
Is it a
highly indebted poor countries.
All right. So at least I know.
You know. So, if you compare these things, you are within your own right to say this administration is doing better. Yes, it is the first year. Let's hope things go the way it has gone the past year, the first year. I understand that we cannot have the economy going on a straight line. There will be curves, there will be hills and all that. But when there are hills, we will talk about the hills. We will discuss why there are hills and what the government should do to bring the hills down. But for now, I am satisfied, and they've done well. I think that the IEA didn't want to even give them a higher percentage. I'm very, very sure that if they had done the survey with a larger sample size, the percentages would have varied. There would have been differences in the percentages. So I just hope that things go the way it is going now in the second year of John Mohammed's administration. Right. And I'm not saying that we wouldn't have problems. We would have problems, but at least it will be minimal.
It will be minimal. So looking at this survey, what do you think the government should take from this?
That is why I asked if
they cited
reasons why the 38% are not happy.
34%.
The 34% are not happy. Hey, 38, so I come on.
The government notwithstanding the positives, the proportion of people, that is 34%, who indicated they are not happy with the way things are going in Ghana, shows a sizable minority of the population remains discontented.
Of course.
About national progress.
You see, you cannot. The government in power cannot discount this 34%. They cannot say, "Oh, we have a majority, 58 or 50, how much? 50,
52, 32,
58.
58%. 58% of the population is happy with us.
Is happy.
So the 34 there, they can go and burn. No, I think that the government should engage IEA, probe further and see the reasons why what this 34% adduced.
Yeah.
And how they can help make it work. America, America. There are homeless people in America. There are broke people in America. But the majority of Americans are okay with their lives. And that is what I want for Ghana. So we can't just discount this 34% and say because they are a minority, we should just ignore them. I would have wished to have read something about their reasons why they think they are not satisfied. Of course. But since it is not there, I'll just hope that the government who has more influence can go to IEA, take the report and ask them questions and try to solve the issues that may come out of it.
Well, I'm just guessing maybe it could be unemployment or something.
You are guessing it could be unemployment.
Unemployment.
Yes. If it is that, then everybody deserves the right to be employed.
Right.
They should work on it and make sure everybody has a job. Not everybody. There are people who would, in the face of jobs, will still not decide not to work. You understand? Okay. But people who are willing to work should have places that they can go and work.
Okay, finally, we have Mr. Kingsley Aqua joining us Friday in the studios. Good morning, Mr. Kingsley.
Good morning, Madam Host.
My name is Esenam.
Okay, Madam Esenam.
How are you, Mr. Kingsley?
By the grace, I'm doing well. Yeah. And how are you too?
Please, I'm fine.
Very well. During the festive, and you couldn't even reach out to us to wish us.
Oh, really?
Yes. Really, you know.
Oh, but I thought my producer did that.
Did you inform him?
He's away.
Did you inform him?
He's away.
They get together, did he?
No, he didn't.
So don't complain.
Wow, that meaning something happened, right? Oh, okay.
They organize a get together for all the hosts.
You see,
at Ophir Lounge.
The guests.
All the guests, yes.
If I know, I wouldn't have come today.
Why?
Because I was not considered.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, don't.
Everybody was invited.
You know, one thing.
We'll speak about that back
Yes, I know. Let me make this clear. With what other media stations are doing with us is that the station has a common WhatsApp platform with the guests.
All the guests.
So we can communicate and
okay.
Probably maybe you have that, but you decide not to add me.
We'll add you. Anyways, let's dive into the issues.
Very well.
Right. So for our first topic, President Mahama to lead Accra Reset talks at World Economic Forum in Davos. President John Dramani Mahama will lead Ghana's delegation to the World Economic Forum annual meeting in Switzerland. He is set to speak on the Accra Reset initiative, which focuses on strengthening economic cooperation, boosting Africa's voice in global decision-making, and addressing global challenges like trade, climate change, and investment gaps. The initiative aims to rethink partnerships between Africa and the global community, ensuring that African nations have more influence and can better protect their economic interests. Ghana's participation highlights its role as a key player in regional and global discussions. The event will bring together world leaders, business executives, and policymakers, giving Ghana a platform to showcase reforms, attract investment, and strengthen international ties. So in simple terms, President John Dramani Mahama will meet global leaders in Switzerland to push Africa's priority, attract investments, and strengthen Ghana's international partnership through the Accra Reset initiative. Mr. Aqua.
Okay.
What does this mean for us as a nation?
The whole thing is that, well, let me take this opportunity and extend my greetings to Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Why?
Oh, no.
You have issues with him?
No, not at all. No, the is not acting like in a bad way.
He's affirming what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. Then that's great. Okay, so my very greetings to Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, the entire MPP national executives, the regional executives, and my constituency as in Salman Rejri. You know, we are all doing well.
Don't you greet Professor from Pombat?
For him, you know, I'm not here to speak to, you know, some people. Let me finish with what I'm trying.
Oh, by greetings.
So my greetings to my national executives, regional executives, and my constituency executives as well. Most greetings to my regional communication director, Chubui, and Mr. Ahmed. they are all doing well. It is by their grace that I am here today. And one thing that I would like to say is that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia remain the competent person to lead MPP. So then I'll plead of all the polling station executives, the delegates, to vote massively for Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia coming this Saturday's week, the 31st, yes. So that we can all, come together and work harder for victory 2028. Because when we come together, definitely we are going to, get power in 2028. That is what the NDC and the other opponents, they know. So they are trying their best to make sure the MPP is disorganized. So our plea of our leaders that we shouldn't, thrive on issues that is going to bring, certain things, unity and division. Yes. Right. So with regards to what President, and my greetings to my brother here as well. Thank you. Today he has put on a lens, and this lens today.
Which one?
Can't you see?
Where is it? You mean his spectacles?
Yes.
I wear that. I wear it every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Today I see it to be different.
Maybe it's the cap.
It's the cap. So let me see.
For the cap, I know where the cap is coming from, but this particular lens.
Don't start.
Okay, so in regards to what the president is saying, we should ask ourselves that what actually is he about? Because we know that President Akufo-Addo brought in Accra to be the Millennium City, and that traveled way to Kumasi, making Kumasi the greater Kumasi. You see how President Akufo-Addo, former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia policy was making Accra the Millennium City. It helps to build Kumasi, making Kumasi greater Kumasi. So let's ask our president, Mr. President, what is this initiatives about? You came and built Circle Dubai, and we all saw the suffering that this Circle Dubai thing brought to Ghanaians, leading to a disaster.
What disaster?
There was a disaster at Circle that got so many people bent.
Is it the flooding that?
Yes.
And you're pinning it on the president.
Let me make my case.
Right.
You see, this government is a government that they always try to reform certain things that they have no ideas about. We already have this in place. The previous government has it in place, making Accra the Millennium City. So what focus has the government taken into that program or policy to make sure that Accra still remain the Millennium City? When you go to Accra, still there are flooding issues that battles Accra. Has the president tackled that?
But during the previous administration as well, we had flooding issues. So why didn't your government also sort it out?
We had it in process. Yes.
Still, you couldn't finish?
Yeah, we couldn't finish it. Because when you go to, what do you call, Wejagba Way and its environs.
And even Kaneshi. Even when it's drizzling, the place is flooded.
Yes.
And it also happened in your previous administration. I want to remind you.
Yes, that is why, per the happenings in the previous administration, that is why when you go to West Hills Malls, at the back of West Hills, we are creating a huge, drainage that is going to salt this flooding system.
Was it during?
Yes.
So did you finish it?
We couldn't.
You couldn't.
That is why I'm asking that. What is the president doing? Because that is a project that is meant to cut the flooding situations in Accra. And I believe, the president and the mayor, the minister, would say to it, those various projects will be completed. Because that is what the people of Accra are looking for.
But why were you not able to complete it during your tenure?
Most of the times, projects are of stages.
But you gave a timeline.
We gave the timeline.
Right.
By the time that we left office, contractors were on site, working. That is why I'm still questioning this government.
So if you left office and the contractors were still on site,
yes,
as of now they should be able to finish it, don't you think?
So the questions goes to the current administration that they should give us an update on that. That is what I'm looking for. Because we were giving updates. Day in and day out, the mayor and the ministers were there giving update to Ghanaians, the progress of work. You get it. But now, it looked like President Mahama's administration has turned a blind eye to that. But that is killing most of Ghanaians, especially those in Accra Enclave. Wejagbawi Malam, those people living around those. This flooding situation is a death trap to them. The president shouldn't forget that his mandate is to make sure he saves lives and property in this country. So what is he doing to tackle these issues? Due to flooding, we had a disaster. Lives were lost. So I believe that the president is going to take this as a national issue, making sure that Accra becomes flood-free area for the people. That is not done. But you went ahead to initiate a different, I don't know, either it's a project or initiative that I don't know what is going to come out of that. I don't see a need for this.
You don't see a need for?
Yes, we don't see.
For the Accra Reset Initiative.
Yes. What is the reset about? That is what I'm questioning. You said we are going to reset Accra. What is the reset about? Are we going to relocate the ministries? Are we going to build new buildings for the ministries? Or what I learned is a minister or a certain lady came out last 3 days said they are going to demolish the VVIP station to build markets.
To build a market?
Yes. Is it part of the reset agenda? Accra reset agenda the president is saying? Okay, there are certain things I see that is not needed. As a country where we are now, it's not needed. Because Accra is already developed. So what are you going to, plant to make sure Accra still be the millennium city that we talked about?
Right. Please, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
What is the Accra millennium policy? What is it and what did it seek to achieve?
That policy was meant to make sure Accra become the cleanest city.
The cleanest city?
Yes. Why?
No, it's fine.
Yes. To make sure Accra become the cleanest city, and also to make sure that Accra being the capital will have the necessary ministries, that if anyone, though we can decentralize some of the ministries, but Accra will have all the ministries that if anyone lands in Accra, he or she will find what he or she is supposed to do right in Accra.
And was it achieved?
Yes, it was achieved.
In what terms?
In what terms?
Yes.
We were able to reconstruct the Obichebi Lamte overhead, that's overpass, that the phase 1 is done.
The one that you didn't complete and then you...
What I'm saying that the phase 1 is completed.
All right.
We have it in phases.
Okay.
We have the spin test,
the flower
pot flyover. We have the reconstruction of the Temamoto Way.
Okay.
And we still have another overhead at Bachona, around Bachona. You see, all these form part of the Accra to become a millennium city. Okay, to make people who commute the roads by air, by land, by whatever, to make sure say all these things people have it in place. that movement in Accra will become so easy. You see, so President Akufo-Addo Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo make sure that all these things will be there for the people of Accra. But now we should ask the president that what is this thing about? Okay. Or it is about they setting fire into them. Is it Makola or whatever?
Is it them? Do you have evidence?
Oh yes. Oh, but the minister Okujoto sent the Chinese people to go and do whatever, then go and reconstruct the place for market again, saying that.
So they had to burn down the place.
Yes, because
you saw them there.
If persuasion fails, force must be applied. So maybe they have been in terms with the market people to leave, and they decide not to leave. So when the place is burnt, totally you are going to leave.
But they are still there.
That is the work of the minority who stood for Ghanaians.
So it was a minority who
lobbied
for them to be there.
They did not lobby, but they stood for them. They speak for them. They speak on their behalf.
Okay.
You get it?
Right.
So President Mahama should come again and tell us. He should give us a details of what he is claiming to reset Accra. For we know President Akufo-Addo and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia has already, put Accra on its ship.
I'll be back, Mr. Kingsley. Mr. Big.
Yes, madam.
What is the Accra Reset Initiative and why is it important to us?
Okay. Let's put the issues in a proper context.
Okay.
When they say the Resetting Accra Initiative at the international level, this speech that he's going to do is the World Economic Forum.
Yes.
It is not a local thing. So in that context, if they say Resetting Accra policy, it is not just for Accra, but Accra represents Ghana.
Representing Ghana.
Accra represents Ghana.
Within the context of the World Economic Forum, they are using Accra as the face of Ghana.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Because wherever you come from, you land in Accra. So Accra in this context is the face of Ghana. For instance, if they say you had ambassadors for free SHS, right? They didn't mean that they were the free SHS itself. They were the face of the project. So the resetting Accra has got nothing to do with burning of markets or anything.
I did not say that.
Let me go and then read the benefits. I'm just going to read 10 benefits. Right. I took my time to write them down on my phone, so let me just read them. I won't expatiate. I'll just read them.
Are you on the government platform?
No, I'm not I'm not on any government platform. I do my own research. You know why? Let me take my time. I'm coming.
Why?
Do you know why I have never and I will never be on any government platform?
Why?
When you are on a government platform as a political communicator, they force you to talk the way they want you to talk.
Right.
And I will never do that.
Okay.
So listen. 1, attracting foreign direct investment into Ghana. That's when you go there and talk. When you have the opportunity, because he's not the only president who is going for the forum, the summit. There are a lot of presidents who are going to be there, but he's part of the few people who have the opportunity to speak. So these are the benefits. 2, rebuilding investor confidence and national image. 3, leveraging the African Continental Free Trade Agency leadership. That I've said it in this studio that will be Akufo-Addo's biggest achievement for making
President Mahama and the NDC stood against,
making sure that Accra became the headquarters for
the Intercontinental
Free Trade. That would be the biggest Akufo-Addo achievement. I don't know if any person in the NDC stood against it. If you have it, you can bring it.
Right.
God bless you.
Number 4, mobilizing climate and development finance. 5. Influence on global policy debate affecting Ghana. 6. Strengthening Ghana's soft power and diplomacy. 7. Supporting Ghanaian businesses and startups. 8. Domestic, political, and institutional benefit. 9. Benchmarking and learning for policy reforms. 10. Strategic cost benefit justification.
All these are already in place.
So if these are the benefits, speaking at the World Economic Forum is going to bring to Ghana, I think it is a good thing.
Right.
Because, as I already said, he's not the only president attending the thing. But he is selected to speak. So the only thing he can do as a president is go there and project the country in certain light. And when he was coming to power, one of the things that he told the Ghanaian that he was going to do when he voted was he was going to reset the country. So it's only right that he goes there and outline the policies he's going to trump his reset agenda on. You understand? So I think it is a good thing. It is a very beautiful initiative that we are lucky to have our president speaking at these places. And anytime I've listened to the president talk or speak on an international platform, it is not only Ghana that class for him. Other international nations, other nations speak clap for him as well. Nigerians, Cameroonians, even Europeans applaud him. So I have not seen the details of what he's going to talk about. I would have wished I'm discussing this after he has made the speech. Then I can go into his speech and analyze what he said, and make meaning of the kind of things that he said. But I cannot, based on my own intuition, and preempt what he said and chastise what he's going to say and chastise him and say he should bring out policies to do this and do that. You talk about Millennium City. Akufo-Addo, President Akufo-Addo.
He put on a lens.
President Akufo-Addo told us that he was going to make Odona, have you seen Odo River, the river at the circle? He was going to make it a recreational center and and restock the fishes in Korle Lagoon. 8 years. 8 years. He sat down and left. The Korle Lagoon is still stinking. If you use the beach road, you smell things in your nose.
I think President Mama can do that.
Patapave say, I can't hear the pepper. So these things are things that, as a political analyst, as a communicator, we should applaud. You understand? Because president, so for our president to be recognized and given the platform to talk, tell the world what he plans to do, the plans he has for Ghana, it is a good thing. I don't see why we should play politics with this and say this person was supposed to do this and didn't do it. At the end of the day, it was saying 8 years. How is Accra? When he was talking, I checked. He talked about flats. So I wanted to see something. So I checked to see if
you quickly jump into the government platform.
I'll give you my phone so that you check if I'm on any government platform. I'm not even on any NDC and what do you call it, WhatsApp group, because I don't speak for the NDC. I quickly checked to see if there were flats under the administration, and guess what? There were flats under the administration. Do you know the Sakomono Ramsey site?
Yes.
Do you know what that land is meant to do?
What is it meant to do, please?
Okay, that land is a wetland. That land was left there so that it will contain the excess water, soak it up. What happened under the administration? They sold almost all that land. They sold almost all that land.
If you don't know, Asedun Ketia has bought even more than 1/3 of it.
Me.
Asedun Ketia.
Let me tell you something. I've not mentioned anybody's name.
But I've mentioned the name.
Because me Nikot Zika. You get it?
We don't have money.
Me Nikot Zika. I might be able to afford court, but the time I will spend defending myself in court, I might not have the luxury of that time. So when I say something and I don't have proof, evidence to back it, I'll not mention. If Asedun Ketia has bought it, I'm against somebody buying it. If it is true that Asedun Ketia has bought it, I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make to you is I am against us selling that land. Asedun Ketia bought it from who? Dabeng. Because I said under your administration, you sold all that land. Almost all that land. You've not disputed that Monton you. What you're telling me is Asedun Ketia Kratobi. Now the fact that Asedun Ketia Tobi doesn't make it right.
It is chiefs who sells land, not government.
Government lands cannot be given to chiefs to sell.
To sell.
Any government land that is sold by government. Abane tenasemo hini wiana asase ton sa abane incompetent.
Oh, you never tenasema abane wiana asase. Abane ni asase.
Abane ji asase. You see, when you go to the Futu area, do you know the chiefs there don't have a land? That land is for the state. The entire Futu area. Sans asane wo honi nyina no. And they went about area honi nyina no. Kwame Nkrumah took that land because there were fights now more between Futu and Winneba people. So Kwame Nkrumah said in order to bring peace over there, the government has taken over that land.
Now there is peace. So the chiefs
National Cathedral asase no a ewo ho no. Enye se ne ewo kan dia and na nka aban ni so tumi sa. Because okay regions asase or rich that rich enclave, all that land was taken by the Osu and then the Gan chiefs by government. Government can take land from chiefs and give them compensation.
Right.
You understand? Right. And they say nka kwan ye da hai nka ablekuma hene betumi aka say e kwan ye da hai media by carton. Once the government take ownership of a land, it becomes the bona fide of the government. So the Sakomona Ramsey site was meant to do that purpose, make sure that Accra doesn't flood. And I've sat here in this studio, said that instead say ye kocha asase wo wurem edema real estate for momusi is new estate no ye nyamra real estate onye individual now your real estate company instead of going to buy those lands in the bush, come and buy old buildings, demolish them and build whatever you want to build. Yes, Accra would be replanted. Accra ni here ye planning.
Right.
Ni here ye engineers be planning no man nze ye mfa storm drain ntoa ye mfa say ntoa ye nyedi. That is what Accra is lacking. Until we are able to do that, the flood won't know NPP, the flood won't know NDC. Aban bi ebeba no ensuo be yiri nso a nipa japade be sei ensuo no be fa nipa be wu e de how be Ghana for ne nipa a omote Accra. What you say? So instead of making this political, we can applaud the initiative that at least our president, regardless of which political party he is representing, has opportunity to speak. It brings us recognition. It brings us national pride.
Right. Ms. Akwa, does Ghana's participation give governments more leverage in international decision making? We participating in this forum.
Well, thank you once again. Now,
you want to address it?
I want to address certain things from what he said. I want to make us an American kind. Say, I dream Papa and India Papa are buying the previous government a one in Tino and a bomb modern at the Africa Intercontinental Free Trade in the head office a bank crime. part of the reforms that Accra to be the Millennium City. It is in Kabambia, but now I be at Sana. Kawoso by and then as a way. Not forgotten, say, Sir, Jumedi and Ankasakran, to suffer President Mahama. One call. But and he's mentioning it in his address. Say, or Kwako can't want him. Abra, then government, the previous government, did Jumedi no who, to Jumedi no one among. Yet to suffer as former president. Then, one man. Because who say, what dream who said Sabiu, and from for the day and your day, real mine. But a ne uba bem who say, a year in she papa, na a binder than a year, in ne, when a queen and a will call the Abaka come once. Ye can, or say, as I say, I say, a cry in ya planning,
Proper planning.
Planning being the chain, the former government at the buy. Said I know the can say, ye run another down quick for can say, Obama Collie Lagoon, or Baba then, or Baba began a full. Now, it to me, I serve the purpose. But I dear Bakwa, me who say, oh, ye ube did you maybe not a involve lander. And won't ask some can add in Kakra because a bino in Yasase. So a bine benya sasea, not on it timemu for an asset timemuni and as a him for no and a kaboom. I yansh say to acquire a land for the state. Own to me fanepe and can say a handmaster I see in a may I bind tino may beje without a proper consultation with the people living on that parcel of land. That should be clear. So, media said the President John Dramani Mahama or Kwako come once a mean a DBB papa bebro mine no and I'm but sadly, no media me say it is not going to bring any benefit to the country, but rather to some individuals.
You mean where he's going to?
Yes. Because he said he is going to make sure say the negotiations brings about investors. Say investor about government budget a percentage. Investor about government budget a percentage. Minister budget a percentage. Baby investor ne kwa establish the could do a person obey so no the MMDC or whoever that is in charge will also take the percentage. Now Kaina say NDC are buying by and so catch there and say if you don't have the NDC card you don't qualify for work. So clearly so or the initiative be free one beba na se bebo man no enyo man na beba bebo no e ba bebo some individuals. Etina no all can Sakumo no Sir Ramza site no. I have said that say the chiefs of Sakumono have openly said this on camera. Say Esiedun Ketia abeto assassin more than half and no soldier for a tata. Yes, you see, we need to speak to facts. We shouldn't be just spectators. We are citizens.
Do you have that video?
I can check it. Probably last time I'll check it and send it to your producer. He will forward it to you.
Okay.
You play it, not forward it. You should play it.
Not today. You see, so we should speak to facts. Whatever President John Dramani Mahama is going to do out there will not bring any benefit to this country, but rather no, or the eka and a barber to a minor. So because all queen or the secretary beko or the EBA or shebe be better a beko. So what you say? Or barbers is party communicators. Why I believe say my brother will be part because he is on the government platform. He will be part of it. The delegation the air corner. I believe say by this time the visa near the your friend catch and say I am ready. You see, so these are some of the things I can't want somewhere. That's all called HD for.
And now
walk way. Catch and say Omunfa obibia anya de enko nso ye wi akire no na party communicators e de akire ko sami je mobilize om de omko or mine no more bonica because you see President John Dramani Mahama buy and what about to sika a bind that no a year agency egu akwemu a abuama on mine returns sika ba on mine it's president we not there warrior and say sika na no or spend because ombre na unya what who said at the end but we are all expecting say enka the negotiation over there no it will be fruitful na me new me no nyina ya den enya ho mfaso again ya ka me ba na me tie mu pa yes is it 32% of Ghanaians are unhappy 34 very well these 34 are the real NDC people who trusted John Dramani Mahama say who say with the 24-hour economy but ema yenye bia ye nti ye beto ya ba no e dia ma ye ne abusu nyina we will still remain resolute competent to our votes. These same people are also disappointed in President John Dramani Mahama because he said what the nkokon keten but discotheque.
Is it based on assumption? Because they didn't mention why as to why these people are dissatisfied.
You know, so vote pattern na ba ye and said the MPP baby you lose fire no share now to chem now to be free one. Utimi say clearly election angasa ye call you know. President John Dramani Mahama and this for nya extra vote bia you know from the omunya 2020 no. Me pa so na make what you say. Vote no omunya in 2020 omudi di nkugo. Sa vote na no mo ye den omunya ye. So clearly
so why did you lose?
What it now what calculate percentage now this 34% are the genuine NDC people no omudi ye di NDC twa omu furuma no.
And 58 near there.
And the ordinary the floating voters are omu dada womu montuman ebe mama ko galam say montuman ebe say no omu they are the people
and the MPP for like 8% and you want
they are the undecided ones omu there yes no who says a percentage 100% na ye kan no say won MPP for ni mo ye kan NDC for no almost so now no I heard it sanity enti aban no eni hihye papa bia because in some obeka ye nyina no I am tro want me ndi ba komposo na eya me de se wo kan ye se eni na sa 38 no sorry 34 no eye those people are
is that what the NPP got?
No, we got 41.
I thought it was 38.
No, 41.
Are you sure?
Go to, why do you keep mentioning 38?
Go to Electoral Commission website. You see.
Let's go on.
So it's 41.
Okay. I can't 8.
So I am the
I can't 9.
I can 9.
Okay.
Yes.
I can 9.
You see. So what I'm saying is, I am the say we can say this 34% people no. People are maybe unemployment until no more support to abide. Until I make a choice, the 34% are or more. Ya di end this ni twa omufruma. Na John Dramani Mahama be dada omo say, "Muntu aba mayen na mutu aba ne mamia, be ba be mamu ni mabusuafo adwuma." Na wanye. Muntu aba ne mayen na mutu aba ne mamia, me ba e di enwuma e 133 shift aba ama obi bia nya adwuma aye. Muntu aba ne mamia na mutu aba ne mamia, ma be tua teacher for ka, ma be tua nurse for ka. Now, so President we buy on ye, they are the 34%. Intino President John Dramani Mahama, oh, who say 2028, Obe lose this 34%. No, and one year I fire 9 then every. Intina can catch up say I can't 9 pet. So what was that identity? A one year I fire 9 then every. So they should work hard for the country.
For the country.
Yeah. I know mun say o man bia be year ejina minority.
Right.
An opposition for no so.
Right.
It's in some bia an opposition for an minority for near can. Omun fat no mun fendi djuma. Then the bebo omo matumi keep on their tax. But omun who say oh and you support omo dodo into omun fat because yeah okojo to abrakwa. Obano ye kika nsem bebre kire no say you are incompetent. Na omo dwen say ye di agro. Enso na obe resume and so obe take office no. Ye hu ne djuma wo die nyina say yes indeed Okujeto Abrakwa is incompetent to become a minister.
That would be
and in some cho na ya. But the man Okujeto Abrakwa is incompetent. Now, wama ene US for Ed a song at Ghana for so.
Oh dear,
Senka oye minister. Oye minister. My foul time ni na me wait till so che Ghana for. Oye minister nka na dwuma so ani a. Nka san hye ne ba ye no. He is the right person to have a very close discussion with the consulate. So no. And then me no ka say eye wo Ghana for adusua for ese so omko US me mko sua de. How are they going? Because they are so ato omo so ye wo Ghana for omanya adwuma mu akwanya e wo US me mo eso mo kokoye adwuma. Na omo de returns ne ba hwe omo abusua for e wo Ghana has no say. E besi na saafo na ayeden ako. So clearly a day di maye hunu say the foreign affairs minister is incompetent.
Is incompetent.
Omo de ene say TikTok. Ene ba ko na wo Kumasi no.
Frank Amwakohene.
Yes. Omo de ene TikTok. Say obi ma twere bibi. I've been following Okujoto Abrako. Oba twere bibi. Ode Sam George. Oba twere bibi e won a comment and say oba be reply. Minister say. Minister
I demand a reply.
Oh, reply then.
But he's engaging with the people.
That is not what you were elected for. That is not what you were appointed for. You were appointed to serve the nation, but not to reply comment on social media.
If you're serving the nation, as part of that is engaging with them at least.
No.
Hey.
Engage with us. Say ebenya adwuma pa aye. But so they make out just here.
It depends on what you went to write under the comment section.
No, engage with us. Say ebenya adwuma pa aye aye. Ebenya asetena pa. Ebenya akwantu papa. What was saying at the end of the but idea about I'm taking your time because you've given me and maybe you shouldn't hear part the amount. Sure.
With the one I'll tell you.
Idea about Sadia no Okujoto Abrako aye. Ghana for any money say. What will say? Ye can nyina ye say dollar no abafem. Eno mo de bomb. Emu ntu kwa ma US. Yes, because and then omode eson atutum. But yen hwe ni yi. And then ka dollar ni sidi ni nyina abafem a ne okwa ye say petrol abafem. Na nso so wontumi nya sika entu a teacher for ka no. Na oman ne ekoya na se ye bai. And then dollar abafem wontumi nya sika entu a na se for ka. Ye koya na se ye bai. And then dollar abafem o na nso okọ legon a hostel fee e pega by 34%. Eno ye koya na se ye bai. It's no crown because all the time now, mammy, and I hope I saw the baby.
All time,
okay. So you see, these are some of the things I feel always say. Okay, so these are some of the things I can once say. Enunti Ghana for information into them. No one who say a memo President John Dramani Mahama Ebuno. And fan for Sudi Bian Yeden, Ghana for Nemo at the Ghana for air co.
Right. Mr. Big, under 1 minute. Okay. How is the ordinary Ghanaian going to, benefit from this, forum?
Okay. The ordinary Ghanaian is going to benefit when all the 10 benefits I laid out comes in. You see, if we attract investors, they are going to invest in the economy, expand the economy, create more jobs, pay more taxes, so that we can develop our state or our nation with more with the taxes that we accrue. So it is good that it is very good to me that he's going for this forum and he has the opportunity to outline the plans he has for Ghana or he intends to implement.
He's saying it's good because he's part of it.
But if the thing is good, it's good.
To the foreign investors to come, it would bring confidence for them to see what the president or the administration is doing. That one said. Now let me go into some of the things that he said. No. I'm just going into it. I'm just,
1 minute.
No, I have to rebut now.
No, 1 minute.
We still have time.
No, we don't have time.
And I've really used your time well.
We don't have time.
46.
So when is 9:47? You stop.
Oh, 9:50.
No.
9:50.
Please, my producer will beat me.
9:50.
No.
He talks about Okujato and students not being able to go to the United States. My brother, if you say these things, then you don't even understand what the whole thing is.
What thing again?
Because they have H1, H2 visas. They don't have to explain to me. because I know the American visa system. Nobody has to explain to me. I've sat down and I've learned it. I've studied it. If a student is going to America, he's not going via the immigration route. It is the only immigration. It's only the immigration route. And I abane. You get it? What the immigration route is that? What Ghana Hana say? What call American embassy? What call catch them say? Mentana Ghana be. I want to relocate permanently to America.
Okay.
That is what they've said, that some countries won't be do. They abuse it and become a burden on their state. For that reason, they are suspending it indefinitely. And my brother says, I buy no more $1 $1 form and
But does that in any way affect the dollar?
How?
It will.
How?
It will, because Okotena Hon Mobile send this.
We don't have.
And your dollar no be send. And your city no be send above you. Dollar no be send.
Yeah, so the demand
so
on
you
dollar
see,
be high.
and no crowd na dollar na boy for. Because the more people remit dollars into the country, the more we have dollars in town. The whole exchange rate is about demand and supply. So dollar no hold do. The city, you have fewer cities chasing for more dollar. Meboa.
Yeah.
But if the dollar is scarce, and you have more cities chasing for a fewer dollar, and this enka Ghana for no a call home and then come the dollar another do a befi. Ama yakwako tobi, ama dollar no boy for. So if you say this, I don't understand where that analogy is coming from. Okay. You see, the immigration freeze is something that Trump promised the people of America before he became president.
And he promised Ghana.
He promised people of America that if he becomes president, he will put Americans first. Every resources of America will go into the American people. Do you know even UN peacekeeping, America acting the budget or they support UN peacekeeping? So, was it is waste of money? Say we are seeing now there everybody should contribute equitably.
Right.
And you know they didn't see but it is what you are accusing me on being a platform. But it appears all the arguments you are making is also coming from a platform.
Right, let's proceed.
And NPP, Baumia for president. Baumia for president.
I'm showing to the camera.
Don't show it to anybody.
All right, let's proceed. Let's look at our next topic. Our time is gone, so we'll look at it briefly and then we call it a wrap. Ghana to refine 1 metric ton of gold weekly to boost local economy. Ghana has signed a major agreement to begin refining up to 1 metric ton, that is 1,000 kilogram of gold locally every week, starting 1st February 2026. This deal was signed between the Ghana Gold Board and Gold Coast Refinery Limited, with technical support from Rand Refinery of South Africa. Until now, almost all gold mined in Ghana has been exported in real form, meaning the country loses out on large sums paid to foreign refineries for processing. This new agreement changes that by processing the gold inside Ghana and exporting it as a product that is worth more on international markets and keeps the value inside the local economy. Mr. Big.
I didn't care what say actually.
What's it?
Adiwi.
Yeah.
Okay, what say actually? You should have done this years ago.
So why didn't we do it?
I have no idea. Maybe the people in the value chain were benefiting because it was being sent in a raw form. But when we refine our gold here, the value stays in here. It means we create jobs here.
Yes.
It means we get more taxes here. It means we maximize the full potential of the gold trade, the value chain of the gold trade down here. And Tinyafe able to gold no raw near the core. No more refining, no more sand yet. Refined gold ababe year near there.
So when we buy it as a refined, is it more expensive?
It's more expensive than the raw one.
Okay.
I feel no impurities in free. You see, in the raw form, you have impurities in it, so you have to refine it and take the impurities out. That's why sometimes you see refined gold coming out as 98% pure gold, 99% pure gold. But if it is raw, you can get it like 70, 80 because a never be from. So the refineries will create jobs. It will give us more taxes. So it's a good thing. And then I listened carefully, and then I heard Sami Jemfi say that there's a 15% carried. I'm coming.
The agreement also gives Ghana a 15% ownership stake, free carried interest in the Gold Coast refinery, ensuring the states benefit from refining profits as well as from increased export earnings.
What it means is that Ghana didn't pay equity to buy the 15%.
Okay.
Ghana didn't contribute anything as investment to get the 15%. By the virtue that Ghana has agreed to allow, gives us 15% of their company. So it's a good thing.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing that we should have done years ago. I think that Ghana should even have had its own refineries, refining it good, nationalize what do you call it? The refinery. Nanka gold board koto gold no. Yan fa mo bia man refine. A buying our company na refine gold no a refine no akwa koton. Nanka sika no mo edu. Just like cocoa, right? Chocolate coming back as a finished product is more expensive than say cocoa robins neko. Who benefit after the chocolate is back? Womo.
Yeah.
So instead of just looking at gold, no, why can't we also look at cocoa processing? Cocoa bianca better on Ghana, no, yem process it. Ghana here. Cocoa yem send it the processed cocoa instead of the raw beans now sending. You know what? Say what the sugar. If you add sugar to cocoa, now the carb here, as in when you process it, the taxes you pay is more expensive than when you are taking the raw beans. Do you know why?
Right.
Because if they don't put taxes on the refined one, what processing our day banwa, they be a better audience will be processing their bread, which will also kill their economy. In the SRDR, let's put more taxes on your processed cocoa product. Now, na for business abra. So we now be more charges and taxes are, and it's all the wrong beba.
Right.
And that is a lazy man's approach to everything. I think that we should rethink how we export our raw materials, process them here, create more jobs down here, and then export it.
And export.
I'll leave some for him to say. I can see he's itching. He's taking a pop. Or yeah, pop.
It's against me.
Me too 4 minutes, bro.
Let's go.
Okay. Fair enough. You see, when he was making his submission, he did mention, he said, "Oh my, ni benya home fast for a big creative in Yuma."
Yeah, jobs.
And about 15% for the country.
Carried interest.
And I'm what?
That's right.
100. Are there 100? Now also on my no any more 15%. Until yanto no menya then and for. Again, we should critically look at this. Say campaign in a campaign ben. See, say South Africa. South Africa. It Sami Jemfi to boy na wo buy na wo say yemfa gold board nhyɛ ne nsa. Na obɛboa ama gold mining and say gold adwadi e wo mine mu na fa ne ntoma pɛfra no. Ni nyina no no owo. You see, that's why I initially said the same. President kwa walk nyina no emfasode na ebeba no eba for some ministers, some CEOs and other staffs. It is Sami Jemfi person ka kire and say wa kwa negotiate this deal with a South African company, refinery company. And all baba baji and gold na ye to na all bohunka no. Say
all bohunka.
Yes, all bohunka. Yeah. Say now the South African company no and a baba ji Ghana yen gold no am mine sorry, I refining I am mayen not on mine no. You want to read something?
No, go ahead.
Not on mine no enya emu 15%. Inti no yanto nyomunya den emfre no. E dey ada go dan da ado eni o ma no. Na kamiden kaminim so ba be ka kire yen say wensu so mo da akoka Ibrahim Mahama contract na mo da mema no no. Na hu say oh enu kra de so mo da ma NDC ne kra indigenous. Me pa so da make out ase pa. Na kamiden na kamedwin say Sami Jemfi ba be ka kire so oh ene ye friend is saying gold refinery no asa akwa akoshe Ibrahim Mahama nsa. na ehunu say family and friends amamuo na John Dramani Mahama babebu no eno ana eden koso no obaye in 1 year 4 scandals apie no yehunu say eno ana oyeden oye no
4 scandals from gold,
not from gold board,
but from
in John Dramani Mahama, President John Dramani Mahama's administration in 1 year.
Oh, can you point them out, please?
I can point one. There's one. No, because of my time. I'm not speaking to that because of my time. There is even current one at your friend is saying Ridge Hospital.
Okay, the extortion.
Okay, so you know that. So that then you are asking, Madam, why? Okay, so again, he mentioned of reprocessing our cocoa to manufacture chocolate and other stuff. We shouldn't forget that the previous administration, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, we started it. And then chocolate ni chairman school for. Who pay jauti? And one DB and what for send my cabin. You see, they tell na ne ufa shashi ufa jolu ufa hifa na maidi chocolate jina traffic mu fo na ye todi.
Brand bang.
Ene
brand bang.
Ene
brand bang.
A free me you because madam, Saturday.
Brand bang.
I will surprise you with some of the brands.
Oh really?
Yes,
no, not just for me, but for my girls as well.
Whilst you did a get together party, not involve me. So these are some of the things we should be serious as a country. You know, the previous government started it. Anaki enimu se aban foforo oba ya no obehye mu kena ene
what time
omo ka kire yen say ene gold dollar ni cedi na aba fam nti no cocoa kura no yento ene cocoa farmers yen due omoka for more than a year. Yes, check it.
Yeah, I saw something like that.
Yes, it is not like you saw something like that. You see, the freedom of speech is there. Freedom of expression also is working. And amebwa.
Right.
Entino, we should be serious as a country. Not some you should go and come again. Contract now with their common South African company. No, South Africa honeyete. Abragana for and for 1 mine way more. Omo betumi aye adwuma. I refining and gold no. Amayanya hon faso. What's it with their common South African company?
Time
it is a disgrace and insult to the country.
Right, thank you, Mr.
Some agents should go and come again. Yes.
Right, thank you. Mr. De Big.
Yes, madam.
In conclusion.
I'm saying we're going to know information. Information on the man.
In conclusion.
Okay, so in conclusion, what my brother said about this 15% thing. Yeah, not me pesemeti as say. And someone na ya montia say and I say ya mashada. Mashada we can pardon you because politics na moye. What you say? But don't just play on the intelligence of people. 15% no enye proceeds o equity stake in the company. Company na enye ye dia no. It wasn't ours. We didn't have any stake in it. By the virtue say, ya penny say, ya di a gold. Ebe ma omo, amoma refine or my munti. Company no mama emu 15%. The equity stake of the company, they've given us 15%. And this a ne company na nenye Ghana diana. And ne so moka so mo ton company no number ton $1 billion. Ghana was $1 billion mu 15%. And your gold no 15% na eji. Equity stake in the company who asem na yeka. So sometimes we have to appreciate the issues and not assume them crofone no more kasano. Sabi omo de and that is the reason why MPP opposition.
Right.
They think they are the smartest people, the more intelligent people, so they can twist everything to suit the way they want it to sound in your ears, which is very wrong. You can be a politician and be honest. I say this all the time.
Right.
Now,
if that your last words.
My last words.
Yes.
If that is what he is saying,
if
that is what he is saying, we the MPP thinks that we are smarter, sir. Enka, why not Ebeka Chile Ghana for Ghana for were free? And President John Dramani Mahama. Also Ghana for were free. nti ni twa ntro kyerɛ Ghana for kra na Ghana for len kai ampa tom nti no mede manu si no mesre sɛ yɛ Ghana for nti yɛ nyinaa no yɛ mbɔ yɛ ho modern sɛ bibi ba yɛbɛ pensa mu yie akyerɛ ɔmanfo no na ɔmanfo no hu nokure ne mfasodie bi a de bɛbrɛ ɔman ni mu na saa gold refinery one contractors a major mfide ko idie hwe boada bibi anim adango dada do yencheni policies na bi no de yeden ode ba a emwa yen na ebie mu no so no memfa abasobo nsem sononko ema me MP honorable Frank Anodompre opene no ebo no humodin yi pa sabri a oye opposition MP kura no enya na ban na ewo aban mu na so ba nsa o madragi na obehwe development ahodo opene no de agu apono so a eboa man nsa o mafa ne ntoma pa fra otumi se odwen Ghana ho ne nsa o madragi ho yi pa nti wana bo Frank Anodompre ba bia wo bia no Nyankopɔn enhyiraw na onhye wo den na baby biara sese ufanye sika e de beboa mansa o madragi ipeja no Nyankopɔn emfasa akwan ne nye den ento ho emaw na ebiem oba Esther baby a wo bia no Nyankopɔn enhyira right say ohwe en life from Amasamai Nyankopɔn enhyira oba Esther na Nyankopɔn enhyira Ghana Talk Radio for say afene kwa wiye mutumi ebodwa ididi ye na manfrɛ me ne nyina no Nyankopɔn hyɛ obi a beda wi ase
nyame sure
oba start the chirichirim
we have a comment
one of your fans one of Ghana Talk Radio.
This is from
fan,
Nana Kojo Boahin. Is it Boahin or Boahin? Yeah, Boahin. Good morning to our Member of Parliament for Nsawam constituency, Honorable Frank Anodompre, for the good work he is doing for our constituency. He's the best political leader ever in the history of Nsawam. God bless you, Kingsley Aqua, for the good work you are doing.
My brother Boahin, God bless you.
And this is from Sam Mine. Fantastic work, my good friend Kingsley. Thank you for your comments. Thank you so much for joining us on the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Thank you to our lovely guests for doing the talking. This is where we draw the curtains. We'll meet same time tomorrow. Do have a lovely day.